Good morning, good morning. That's right. That's right. Good morning. Just smile and say good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Make your face look nice. Hello, good morning. It's gonna be alright. Good morning, good morning, good morning. No trouble's gonna keep me down. Turning my frown, turn it upside down. My situation turning around, it's turning around, it's turning around. This joy is unspeakable. My God is unshakable. Give me joy to my belly full. Can't find this joy no way untable. This joy that's inside of it is for all the world to say. I serve in the Almighty, and He setting captives free. This joy that's inside of it is for all the world to say. I serve in the Almighty, and He's setting the captives free. Yeah. It's gonna be alright in the morning. Just smile and say good morning, good morning, good morning. Just smile. Smile a while and give your face a rest. Good morning.
Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. God bless you, Sister Sherry Wright. Hey, Prophet Tom. How are you? Yes, y'all come on in. God bless you. God bless you. Y'all come on. Come on. I feel a stirring in my spirit. Hey. Yeah, baby. Come on in. Come on in. Come on, don't forget to share this, invite somebody. I really feel like the Lord is getting ready to speak to somebody on here today. Hey, okay, we got Ghana, okay, I see Arkansas. Okay, come on, y'all, come on in. The Lord is I'm sorry. Come on in, the Lord is about to speak to you. I feel Him strong and heavy.
Strong and heavy.
Say watching from Madagascar. Y'all ain't serious. Y'all are not
Good
serious.
morning,
You know what? I
everybody.
love that, Delton. We need to adopt that as part of our good morning.
Wake up. They say point.
No, it's still morning somewhere in the world.
It is. Oh, definitely.
It's still morning
yeah.
somewhere
in the world. The sun is shining.
The weather is sweet.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to that Good Morning Tea here on Glow 93.9 FM. Let me just start the show off with some apologies to all of the fans of Glow 93.9 FM. We had some severe technical difficulties with our devices down here at the station. Thus and therefore, we were offline. Oh, there you go. Viewers now on. We were offline on the radio from yesterday up until a few minutes ago. And so, look at me now. Look
exactly.
Look at me.
Exactly.
Oh, y'all can't even see us. Y'all didn't tell us y'all couldn't see us.
I thought you did that on purpose. I thought you were doing like a grand reveal.
No, I thought that was you.
And today's like a down day.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
I thought you turned thing. Why you turn thing on?
Turn what on?
The people on the camera, so people gonna see us.
Anyway, that's your job.
All right, sorry, black folks. Y'all can't even see us. But anyway, so what had happened was, our computers and things wasn't working, and so our technical team got to work and got the problem resolved.
And y'all get big ups to the technical team over there. Wait, on wrong side. That's our technical team right there.
And so now,
even the technical team want to be on Facebook exposing me.
Yeah.
Well done, technical team, for solving that problem.
Come on in the room. All right. So I had to apologize. Apologies to everybody. Sorry for us for the late start as well. It's now 12:37. This is probably our latest start ever, like unintentionally late start. we've had like a late. We chose like we can do a late show before.
I think we need to just not call it. I think maybe let's just not talk about lateness as it relates to that good morning team.
That's coming. We go.
Yeah, just like we're here. We have life. We're grateful for life, for strength, for new mercies, etc., etc.
But did y'all lose? Oh, they lost.
Who lost?
They lost connection to my Facebook account.
Who?
And so...
Oh, I see it.
I am not live now. So
I see it.
Fix that quickly.
Crisis.
For the folks on my thingy.
No, you'll join the live so Delton doesn't feel like it's his page that gets all the viewers.
So, all right, I am now live. Okay, there you go. That's fixed now. Yeah, so it's a lot of things going on today. The devil on our back.
He thought he had me, but I got away.
The devil's on our back trying to keep us back. But we can make this journey somehow.
It seems the devil's on my track.
It's on my track.
It's on my track.
Trying to keep me back.
I mean, the devil's on my track trying to keep me back.
Trying to turn me back. But I got to make this journey.
Somehow.
How?
Somehow,
Lord, I got to make this journey somehow. Oh, Satan's on my track. Trying to turn me back. Oh, I got to make this journey somehow. Anyway,
everybody clap your hands.
All right. So, everybody, welcome to the show.
I love it.
Welcome to the show.
Honestly, I love it.
So, how everybody doing? Welcome to Glory 93.9 FM. That Good Morning Tea is a broadcast brought to you by
hot beverages
from all around the world.
Today's hot beverage is
a butterscotch mixture. It's a butterscotch coffee mixture.
I had some conflicts of I had some conflicts in my diary this morning, and I made an executive decision based solely on that coffee. I made certain choices this morning based on the fact that this coffee would meet me at this point in time.
And it is.
And I'm grateful.
And the smell is filling the room. So it's a butterscotch flavored coffee that I found via the internet. To me, it's amazing.
It's number one. I mean, I wouldn't call myself a coffee connoisseur, but I am a fan of coffee.
No, let's say,
and of the coffees I have fanned, this is up there with the best of them.
Yeah, that's right. I won't lie to you. This one, all right.
Up there with the best of them.
And so that's how we're getting our day started here. So good morning, Mary Lightborn Walker. Good morning to Jody Ann Henry. Good morning, Shauna Smith.
Morning. Can you imagine 3 people have said good morning, but there are 14 people on the live?
Well, more people's coming on now because I just went live. You know how that goes.
You all make me feel ashamed. So Delton, are you trying to say you have more friends than me?
No, I definitely honor.
So how does this? What's the science behind it?
I think.
What is this, guys? What is this? What is this? How does this work? Where Delton's page gets more airtime than mine? Someone explain this for me. Because Renice, you just showed up. That means you're more Delton's friend than mine. Maureen Forbes, you just showed up. Maybe I don't have Maureen.
Karen Ferguson is here.
Maureen say I gone natural. Maureen, I've been natural for a very long time. Very long time. Oh, you mean like my face, eh? I don't know if she calling me out. I don't know if she complimenting me. I feel some kind of way.
It's when you get nowhere. Like, look at the screen just now. And it's like, what do I see?
Maureen, help me understand. You have an international Rolodex. What that is?
So, I mean, a point for coffee. I think she means.
Oh.
Anyway, so she said Maureen's glad that she's for the delay because she hasn't seen us in a few weeks.
So Maureen, this time is more favorable for your schedule. Noted.
Renee say hi, y'all. Simone, morning.
Morning.
Garen Ferguson is a name I'm not used to.
Oh, and he's on the
YouTube.
Garen, welcome.
We're finally back on YouTube. We were banned.
Welcome to because Delton apparently Glory 93 people they didn't know how to act, so the internet said
the internet banned us on Facebook. YouTube for a while. Hey, now we're back.
I should say my plaits make my face look like I'm 12. Maureen, you know what? I'm getting to that age in life where someone telling me I look like a 19-year-old. It's a good thing. I used to hate it.
Oh yeah, no.
When I first became a teacher, and dealing with teenagers, and people was like, "Oh my God, you look like one of the children." That was annoying. But now I'm like, thanks, I appreciate that. So Maureen, I appreciate you.
You hungry for coffee?
Oof.
This way. No, don't spill on me though. That'll be hot. Yeah, I got it.
It's a delicate situation happening.
trying to maneuver things around.
Renee says she listening via radio, but she wanted to chime in.
I gotta mix it up.
But Delton keeps us updated.
AMX.
She's trying to fire a shot. Did you see what she said?
Wow. I gotta mix it in AMX.
Oh, it ain't mixed?
I gotta mix it.
Oh, okay.
Is it too hot?
I touching the plastic.
Oh, okay.
But there's a crack in that.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Small things.
Oh, Jesus.
So we know.
Bernice, I see what you're saying. That's fine. I want you to know when Delton posts updates, 9 times out of 10 is because I told him to.
Well,
and I guess I just acknowledge that Delton has more friends.
You say 9 times out of 10. What you mean? How you done this?
This was one. This was the 1 time out of 10 that I wasn't me.
So thanks so much for listening via radio. Renee.
Yes. Good morning-ish to everyone.
Again, I do apologize.
Yes, we apologize.
All right, so
apologize. It's been a busy morning.
It's a very busy morning.
I think we just have to acknowledge Delton and I, our Saturdays are not our own.
Not until like next year.
2022?
Well, no, when the Christmas plays.
Yeah, but something else is gonna come up.
Yeah, so
you know what I mean.
It's going to be a little rough ending the year.
Yeah.
Obviously, we take coffee very seriously. We have a press. This is not like
a cafetiere. That's what they call it.
I have no clue.
I think that's what they call it.
I know the name. We have a press thing. So he's pushing.
That's a press. Renee says she appreciates this duo. Let me tell you something, Renee. I was asked to host an event this week.
That was so weird too. That's like
I was asked to host an event this week, and I was introduced as Vera from DGMT, and the organizers said to me, they kind of gave me a brief of what they wanted from me, and the brief was very simple. The brief was, we want Vera from DGMT, and I said, about that. That's like a combination. That's a combo deal. You cannot get the burger without the fries. You cannot get the fries without the burger.
At evening time.
Woo!
He want that Vera at evening time.
Because this,
when it's dark outside,
and there's no coffee. It's like there's no coffee associated with this. But I had a whale of a time. I loved watching that. Maurice, I should watch you stirring that cup. First of all, I need to watch, make sure any coffee left in there for me.
Yeah, but I got you.
But yes, I guess I also appreciate this duo. I appreciate you, our beloved DGMTers that have stuck with us through thick and thin, through on time and not on time, through the changing scenes of DGMT.
Through all the changing scenes.
Delton, what season is DGMT on?
We're on season 5 right now. 100% sure. We're on season 5.
I don't know why that made me laugh so hard just now. My eyes getting worried.
100% sure.
I'm 100% sure we are on season 5. Powerful. Powerful.
I don't know. I don't even know how you do seasons for these kind of stuff.
I think you count like when you have like an extended break, an intentional extended break.
Season 2 then, because we have one really extended break. That's when you go on a break.
Yeah, but then that can't. You can't have a year season. That's too long.
So I don't know. I'll check it. I'll
check the archives.
And I plan to put us on podcast real soon for those that have the little listen to the podcast.
Mama made it.
So we better go party real quick just to get the folks on the podcast.
Yeah, get party real quick. Delton, if we a little bit. You have it. Go on then.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I see you was this is like a dribble. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Look, I did like half my cup. That's like I want to make sure you got a good amount.
Oh, I appreciate you.
I want to make sure you straight. Yeah.
I knew Marisha wasn't far. She said 5 seasons. Wow.
Yeah, season 5.
I mean, the season thing only came up when I watched Girl Talk, and she said she was on season 4.
Yeah,
and I was like,
me too. When she said that, she's like, season 4 of the show. I was like, seasons.
Season 4. So we
are
like, on.
We have seasons.
But Delton, we need seasons.
What are we doing?
We'll probably need like arranged breaks, but I feel like our viewers are so aggressive.
Yeah, no, there's
like,
aggressive.
So like,
there's one round.
Where are you guys?
I didn't see
Are you in there? Like, no one WhatsApped me this morning, which blew my mind. No one was like, any DGMT today, but I think they've kind of just accepted.
Yeah, we coming late.
No, it's coming. It's just going to be late.
They didn't reach yet, but they coming. Don't worry about it. Neither one.
Marisha say season 3. Okay, I'll take season 3.
Okay, then.
Was looking forward to meet Vera, but has switched gear and gone home instead. What do you mean?
I think she might be coming here.
Maureen, you were here?
Oh, I know, but I know Maureen. I think she's coming your way soon, Maureen. So hold on.
What? Who's coming?
I think you're going Maureen way.
I am going your way, Maureen.
I think she's going your way.
I'm going on the road again. But I promised you guys when I go on the road, I will not miss the DGMT. So I'll be here. Here. We're going to have a mid-season break for Christmas Eve.
Right now.
We having a mid-season break for Christmas.
I got a mid-season. Gotta be end season.
No, mid-season.
Oh.
Because that's like the TV shows. They come back again in September.
No,
they do mid-season finale.
That's season finale. We do the season finale.
Already?
And then we start.
And then we come back
in New Year.
Bigger and badder.
And then season 4, bang, boom.
Boom.
Season 4, we go.
Oh, no. Marisha says she's on season 3. Season 4 is in the new year. She already planned her seasons ahead of time.
And we started not too long after Marisha, I think. Yeah.
What do you mean?
When we started DGMT, after Girl Talk or before Girl Talk?
But that doesn't necessarily mean we've had the same amount of seasons. Because some
TV
TV shows, 10 episodes. Some TV shows, 24.
Yeah,
22 to 24 episodes. Come on. New season, man. New day. Oh,
release
okay.
Season 2. I will release Season 2. So Season 3 starts in January. So season finale on the end
I want y'all to know this. How you see me and Delton discuss DGMT is exactly how DGMT comes to you. Like, there's very little.
This is not Girl Talk.
There's very little.
We have no flyer for next week.
Oh, man. We got it, too.
Because we was hoping that there'll be a show. Actually, next week there might not be a show, but stay tuned. Yeah, because there's something happening at the office. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. That's not for here.
Will we talk about that?
We probably won't. Anyway, guys. So good morning, one. Good morning, all.
Good morning, big. Good morning, small.
Good morning, short. Good morning, tall. Good morning,
all of you. And you know why? Because as Jody said, it's still morning. It's morning somewhere in the world.
It's somewhere.
I love it.
And so welcome everybody to DGMT. We have gotten our coffee. We ready to go? Ready to get the day started. So in church announcements, welcome to the show, everybody. Glad to have you here. If you look in the chairs in front of you, there's a visitor's card. Fill it out real quick and hand it to Usher. But listen to these announcements attentively.
And govern yourselves.
Govern yourselves accordingly.
Govern yourselves accordingly.
Birthday greetings goes out to all of those who celebrated a birthday on last week. And moving forward into this week.
I know we definitely have to shout out a faithful DGMTer who celebrated yesterday in the person of Nidamo. Nidamo celebrated yesterday. One other person celebrated yesterday because I wrote on quite a few Facebook pages yesterday.
I'm going to check right now. Let me check. See what birthday
I
is.
Look back though.
Once you find it, you'll see like birthdays gone too. You'll see past birthdays.
It says up and coming. I could see past birthdays.
So scroll out a little bit. All right, so
yes, I see them. Mm-hmm,
so you see anybody you worth mentioning?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, don't worry.
I know you go. You don't like mentioning people like that.
Because Delton is called everybody.
Addison Sumner celebrated on Thursday. We know Addison Sumner, gospel artist here in the Bahamas and financial expert to the stars. To the stars. Coming up, anybody knows how coming up? Now we can mention Listra is coming on the 22nd, which is Monday. It's Monday.
Oh yeah. That's so soon. Listra. Happy birthday to Listra in advance. Yeah. I have two of my colleagues celebrating on Monday as well, Vanessa Johnson and Gregory Dean, who may or may not listen to this. So why not shout them out? Why not? Why not shout them out? Happy birthday to you. Yeah, I can't do it.
All right. So I think that's all I can see so far.
Yeah.
In the right now future.
In the right now future. Love it.
So happy birthday to all of you. We hope you live to see many, 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 many more. To all of our lurkers.
And then after November.
Good morning to you. After November, we reach watch night service.
And some of you. We've skipped a good few things.
A couple links.
We've missed a couple links. First of all, because some of you have been wondering, Vera's not had a birthday all year. You know why?
Because
he saved the best till last.
Best to last, of course. All right.
Nitamo, you are hearing birthday announcements, and we did surely shout you out. We said, happy birthday to you.
So happy birthday,
No, double. Sorry, I forgot. Right. No gun fingers. Double to you.
Double it is, yeah.
Double to you.
And so welcome everybody, and happy birthday, happy anniversary, those celebrating anniversaries, and all the other good stuff.
All that good stuff. This week's a big week. This week's a big week. It's Thanksgiving, which Bahamians celebrate but don't celebrate. I mean, the week coming. Bahamians don't celebrate but celebrate.
No, we don't celebrate that. However,
but you celebrate that.
We want some food.
Yeah. Because essentially, what is people? Because there was this big thing. Oh, you know the internet. The internet's not. They're not 100%. So there was this whole thing about. One of the only, it was a very silly debate about countries that celebrate Thanksgiving. I was like, hold up. What counts as a country that celebrates Thanksgiving? Because doesn't everybody celebrate Thanksgiving in the exact same way by eating food?
Some have a holiday though.
So that's what means celebrate.
It becomes a holiday.
Well, look at me. I've been educated.
So for us,
this is not a holiday.
Not a holiday.
Got you.
We have no time off from work. Although some people take it to stay home.
And there's a discussion about what we're getting for Christmas. Are we getting a Christmas holiday day and a Boxing Day day? Because Boxing Day is usually a holiday.
I can't. This happened before, and I can't remember exactly what happened.
Because so far, what I've seen based on the calendar is we only get Monday as a holiday.
Monday off, yeah, not that Tuesday for Boxing Day as well.
But we have a day in lieu.
Like yeah,
we have a day in lieu
based on the schedule.
Based on the schedule, you owe us.
We should have Monday
a day
and Tuesday off.
Monday and Tuesday, or Friday and Monday. Why not Friday?
Do the day before and then day after. I'm not sure exactly.
Now, people like me are entirely unaffected by this. But I'm talking for y'all. I'm speaking for
day off because
day off you guys.
On 50th. If we had day off
this year, they giving us. I don't know who, where. What Trayvon Thompson on the live?
On the YouTube
live. I see. Well, Trey, it's good to see you with us on DGMT this morning. Yeah, I am off from. I think it's like the 15th or the 16th, which is mad early.
So the 13th is a Monday, Tuesday is the 14th.
So I think I'm off from the 16th.
16th, a Thursday.
Yeah,
nice.
Which is very strange, which I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
No complaints from me.
So usually if it falls like on a Saturday, you get a Monday off. However, we have two holidays that one fall on a Saturday.
And a Sunday.
One fall on a Sunday.
So I feel like somebody got to talk to the Prime Minister because he needs to review.
Based upon the new day. We should be given those 2 days.
Not even based upon a new day, based upon life. We deserve the 2 days.
If a holiday falls on the weekend, you get a day. So Saturday, we get Monday. Or I guess we probably get Friday for true. We might get Friday. Might get a Christmas Eve off.
But Christmas Eve as a holiday is weird because people are still getting ready for Christmas.
Yeah, it's weird.
Essentially, what I need is for Tuesday to be a holiday so that everybody's off for my birthday.
Everybody celebrate you.
That's what I need. I need to be celebrated. This is about me. It's about me.
Get a petition going. I'll sign it.
Okay. I got you.
First signature, I got you. First signature for Tuesday to be a national holiday. I got you.
I appreciate you all.
And so that's what's happening as of birthdays and holidays.
Angelica said they sure celebrate the Thanksgiving sales.
Oh, yeah.
I must say, when I first came here and realized like Black Friday, I didn't know anything about Black Friday until I moved to the Bahamas.
Oh, it's not another thing.
I think it is, but only in like we don't have Thanksgiving. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Who are they thanking? Who are they giving thanks to?
This is true.
Who are they giving thanks to?
This is true.
So yeah, no, we don't have Thanksgiving. That's not a thing where we come from.
So you have no sales during this time?
I mean, no, I think Black Friday is a thing now, but that's only been in like the last 8 years or so. Like Black Friday, suddenly one day everybody decided they wanted to jump in. I was like, when did we start doing this? Like, when did we start trampling people in the superstore? Like, when did this become a thing?
Big fight. So do what it is.
Big fight over TV because Black Friday is this Friday, isn't it? Yeah, Delton.
Is it?
I'm disappointed in you because you and Julie are usually on top of that.
I just wait for my email to go off and they'd be like, "Hey, guy, sales." I was like, "All right, let's go."
Yeah, it's this Friday.
So the 26th is Black Friday. No, for me, I usually wait for Monday.
Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday is usually because I'm more techie-ish. A few clothing stores that I shop at will probably have some things for me, so I'll probably get them from them, and then I'll just wait till Cyber Monday. See if any phones. I'm looking for a new phone. That's what you're looking for.
You're not the only one.
Yeah, so I'm looking for a new phone. So I'm gonna see what good deals to get on
phones. I think I'm very due.
And listen to me, to all the DGMT fans, I'm accepting gifts from now. Don't you have to wait
for what?
Christmas. I'm accepting gifts for what? There's no reason. Gifts. So feel free if you want to know. I have an Amazon link already set up. So just hit me up. I can send. You know what? I can post it for you all right now.
You have to be kidding me. And what's going to make me very mad is if Delton gets a gift because he posted this link, and because I wasn't ready, because I wasn't prepared.
Be also ready, man. Yeah, no. Every now and again, I go to Amazon. I start a little registry.
Gift list, a little wish list, a little registry. That is what you call living by faith. Prophetic action.
Oh yeah, no, put it on there, buddy.
I love it.
I'll go put it on there. So,
I'm slightly jealous, but I love it.
Yeah, so I got colognes on the list.
I could be ready for next week, guys. I could be ready for next.
Trust me, it don't take long at all. Does not take long at all, but it's my boy.
There's a Nigerian artist who did a really crazy random thing where he said, "Oh, I wonder if I can get this many million in my account by a certain time." It's like a cash app.
Yeah.
their kind of equivalent to Cash App. Lo and behold, the average Joe, regular people who don't have plenty money, were sending him money. And he sure did make that goal.
I realized, and I guess this speaks to the time that we live in. I follow a lot of those social media lights and those influencers online, and I realize that they have these cash apps and they have these Patreon pages, and like they'll mention something, and people who just randomly will just send them money. Like we are like the guy Kev on stage. I use Kev on stage for example. I remember when he was trying to move into this new studio like a couple of years back, and he was just talking about it, and you look on the list because on Google you can see people sending money, and it's like someone to send $100, someone to send $500, someone to send $200, and it just kept on going. I was like, so y'all have nothing to do with money?
I just wonder if these like people just have money spay.
They have this kind of disposable cash. They have disposable cash.
That's literally disposable.
It's like, let me just, what you need? I got you, bro. Take this $500.
I feel like that's an honorable cause, though. Yeah, I feel like that's a cause for the greater good. Like, you could talk yourself into be like, that's a charitable donation. But not some mega star who's already rich and very famous asking for money.
Yeah.
Because their account is low. And let's see if we can get to such million by the end of the day. A key.
And done.
And I mean, Delton, this wasn't small money. It's just because I can't do the conversion in my brain. I can't really. Yeah. It's plenty money.
Yeah.
And people were sending, like...
No, people...
What? As you say, we must not have anything.
And so on that note, just set me up and I can...
We just put ours in the offering basket.
I can copy that link and send that link to you. All of a sudden, the comments have gone down. I see nobody saying, yeah, send the link.
Oh, no, they was waiting for you to post the link.
Say, so they're probably in the church.
Because honestly, you're right.
It is.
It is. Grabalicious.
Everybody else.
Greedy.
Well, actually, no. You know what? It depends on the kind of church. You remember the church burned down? That's the one in... it was that great cathedral that burned. And I was a fascinating point.
In France, but they didn't ask for money. People just gave them.
It depends on the church.
And it depends on the people giving.
And it depends on the type of church it is.
Thank you very much. It was $800,000 in US money in Davido. I forget y'all know Davido over here. And some people were like, y'all didn't believe him when he said money follow me. Y'all didn't believe him when he said it.
Prophetic.
Prophetic. You're slapping up. Really,
your church problem. Does it, it's a problem.
Oh.
Yeah. Black and white or yellow Friday.
Black, white, or yellow Friday.
Jamaica.
Oh, boom. That's what she meant. She was going home.
Yeah.
Understood.
So she got Jamaica.
Understood.
Jamaica.
But this is for Christmas, Maureen. Do enjoy. Oh, goodness.
Jamaica.
What do Jamaicans do when they do the national anthem, Jody and Maureen? They have to stand with their hands by their side or on the chest, or what they do?
I don't know. See, there you go.
Angela, you better open up those hands and receive. She said, I always sing in Money Fall on Me part. Lift those hands all over the room because apparently the word works.
And it's following.
The word works. Anyway, we did church announcements, news and reviews.
News and reviews in the country that's happening in the country that we live in and reside in. For those that don't know, it's Nassau, Bahamas. Nassau, Bahamas, as a Bahamian son says, Nassau gone funky. Seems as though Nassau's gone real funky.
Do you know what I'm wondering? Some of the madness that we're seeing on social media in the last few days, especially with this height, like, especially around abuse, is it that someone just pulled back the veil because it's a hot topic? Or is there an increase in cases? Because something about the intensity of this is just really unsettling for me.
I think it's
and I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pretend I don't think that there are very clear spiritual connotations.
Yeah.
It's just like, is it that more people have cameras so we're seeing it?
I think people are being intentional, and because social media, I guess, is more intentional with posting it. I always remember years ago, Ronald Campbell, Pastor Ronald Campbell. He's a former police officer, commissioner of police. And he was like, if Bahamians were to like have access to a police radio, like throughout the night,
right?
Like how afraid we would be to come out of our house.
Oh my goodness.
And because of the amounts and the reports that are constantly coming into 911.
Right.
Say if we ever got access to that, Bahamians would be afraid to come out. This was years ago. And I think now, because I'm not gonna lie to you, a lot of these videos that are being released, I think a lot of them are being released by the police force.
Because even that one that, the hot one,
Yeah.
the one with the car, and I can't even talk about it I can't talk about it jokingly or any lightly at all, because honestly that shook me to my core.
Yeah,
that plays quite graphically in my imagination.
I heard about it. Someone, when it came out, I was listening to a news show, and a reporter was like describing it as it was happening, and like she started screaming on the radio. So from when I heard her reaction, I was like, okay, now I don't want to watch it.
She didn't watch that before she decided to.
No, she was talking about it because she was talking about it because when I heard it, she was saying that it was like a morning show, and she was talking about the artist just came into their news chat, and it was like a woman was being beaten in the streets, and so she's like, I can't believe it, and she was like, she was doing the commentary as it was happening, like she was watching it as it came in from the police report to their phone,
right?
And she was talking about, and she was describing on the radio and talking about how she's like, oh, someone need to take the baby, someone take the baby. And she's like, oh, finally, thank God, someone took the baby.
I didn't even, do you know what? Every time I watched it back, because it's that kind of can't look away, but it's horrifying at the very same time. Every time I watched it back, I saw a new element. Like at first, I didn't even know there was a baby.
Yeah.
Then I watched it again and I realized that he wasn't just hitting her, he was stabbing her. I didn't clock that. And then I was watching and I didn't realize that the people who were there didn't know her and were trying to help her. Like all of those pieces came together.
There are different nuances coming in by end there.
Oh my goodness.
And so when he got in the car, you're like, oh, finally he's moving away. And she's painting the picture, and then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna watch this. Because it came to me not too long after. It came into one of those groups. And so I think police are, I don't know if it's for the public's knowing, or they just doing it to, like, people just can't keep themselves together, so they want to leak these videos.
I think the angle of the video was interesting to me.
It was somebody's house, like somebody's security camera. I don't think it was.
It looked like a security camera. Exactly. So I was like,
cell phone.
How did this get?
Yeah. So that's why I believe it's and police are just all these murder stuff that happening so fast, and I think it's police that's just, you know what. Here you go, guys.
Yeah, I thought it was CCTV, but it wasn't released as a CC. I saw it on some regular Joe's Facebook page. So that's what I was like, is this like an official release? Anyway, we talked about that last week in terms of how news gets around. Yeah. But I think Trey said social media has definitely intensified it. But I feel like maybe social media has intensified how graphic these things are. Yeah. But these acts are still far more horrendous than we have heard about on the news before. I have not heard of things like this on the news before. Before we could see them on social media and people would share their videos, we weren't hearing these stories. No. So is it that social media has forced them to tell us what's really going on, or, as Marisha said, there's a demon has been exposed and is running rampant?
I think the demon thing is definitely that goes without saying.
I mean, we saw this coming from before.
What happened with that young lady? Pastor talked about it recently. That happened to a cousin of ours some years ago in Freeport, and that happened literally. It was worse than what happened to her, because the guy, he hit her and then he came back and hit her it was multiple times.
Was that on the news?
Never. I don't think it made the news. Not
then that's answered the question.
And that's why I say I think it's a mixture of both. I think a lot of those things happen. It goes to the hospital, makes a police report, but the police never put that information out to the public or to the news stations.
I wonder why. What's the benefit of carpeting that kind of stuff?
I don't know. I mean, I guess that those kind of domestic issues don't become national news, because they look at this domestic issues. Now there's now a category for it now, and now they're calling it gender-based violence rather than they're saying that's like a domestic issue. There now this whole terminology of gender-based violence. So gender's a big topic now, and so all these things now adding up to now what is making news. And so this gender-based violence and this against women.
I don't know how I feel about gender-based violence.
I mean, that's what even the minister talked about. That the minister of social service, I think that's when Toby Welshcombe was talking about it and doing stuff for these addresses gender-based violence.
Right.
And so I think because all these particular groupings now are being formed, and you have actually,
and there are certain agendas to be pushed
and
as well.
And the ministry is now attached to these topics, and so they're now being brought to the forefront, I think, a bit more. But that incident that happened, and that's that's one corner away from where I live. Yes. That's not too far away from me. I'm right on the corner from where I live.
Oh my goodness.
And so it's We talked about this. The Highway Church of God had their conference last week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Awesome
and
conference, by the way.
Off
FYI.
the chain.
For those who
big
listen,
snaps
go
to the
back,
Highway
go back
Church
to
of God.
our Highway page, Highway Church of God page, or Pastor Denzel's page, and rewatch it. Barbershop Talk talked about it.
Yeah.
And on Barbershop Talk, the show for men, what was discussed was this whole idea of violence. Listen to me, the amount of females that were on and talking was like, they wasn't even trying to hide it.
You know what it was? You know what it was?
Is good stuff
No. I didn't talk. I felt like I should exercise some decorum. I think I tuned in initially because the setup just looked really cool. And I was like, I want to see the setup and how they're going to flesh it out. I say, go, guy, see magazines on the ground.
Oh, magazines.
Playing little backgammon on the side. I was like, this looked nice.
Full show.
And then got to chatting. Uncle Ben chatting.
Uncle Ben was
assistant Pastor Carlo.
The regular old man in the barbershop that's talking old story for no reason.
I said that myself. I was like, at first I was like, where's this story going? I was like, no, this is the barbershop.
This is barbershop talk. This is barbershop. This is a full barbershop experience.
Oh no, it was.
He was an old man.
Was really.
I remember back in sir.
Yeah, and then we sliding a little key, a little shade. That was good. That was good. Anyway, we digress. So we wanted to say it was an awesome
and I you also watch it if you didn't watch it.
And you should go
back and watch it. So that Wednesday night, this Wednesday gone. We talked about that in the men, and Pastor was talking about it's such a common topic of hearing men talk about physically abusing their wife.
Right.
So much so, I think I said on the show before, where I don't know if it's changed now, but I know on our law books that a man could flog his wife, that a husband could flog his wife. That's like on the law books.
The word
like flog.
Used.
I can't take my hand and give you open hit to the face. However, Vera come home, or I come home from work, Vera ain't cook. She's sitting down there all day watching soaps and football. Singing Count on Me through thick and thin. Her friend dollar never end.
That song was heavy in my spirit, and I don't know why Delton can just accept that.
So she does singing the song, and I get home, I can say, come Vera. And I get my belt. And I give Vera a good flogging. Turn around. Okay, get a chair. There you go.
How many am I getting? It's usually 5 for dinner not being ready.
It's 5, but because you sing the song so loud and I don't like the song, 10 today. And I give you that 10, and you can't report me. You can't say nothing about me. You just cry and you go cook dinner.
I think those are one of those obsolete laws, though, that just needs to be deleted.
Yeah, I mean, I can't them cake stuff.
Yeah, no.
Well, you never know.
I
ain't gonna lie to you. So anyway, so that's on the law book. So that idea of I guess these gender-based violence is something that's steeped in our law, where the abuse against women is, especially in and that's the whole other topic now, because now marital rape is now resurfaced again. And this whole you
gotta leave that for the big dogs.
For the big dogs?
Then leave that for Monday.
For Monday and Wednesday and stuff. Let me talk about that too. I would help how you think about that. But
oh goodness.
The same album they set somebody man on fire. They man on fire.
Same album they said.
The same movie, Jody.
Oh man, count on.
But the topic is that it was such a thing that it was not demonized. Like,
right.
As a
for
man,
a long time.
You could talk, who women were getting beaten. You could see the marks on their face. You see them coming to church. And you see that, and you'd be like, "Oh, yeah." Like I heard my father told stories of older men, and be like, "Yeah, man, he's beat up for breakfast and dinner." It's like, so this was known, and nobody.
Don't laugh at that.
It's not funny, but the way it was said, it was said so nonchalant. Like,
yeah,
this is something that we know.
And I guess there's a consciousness, because even as we were coming in right to the studio, we heard a ruckus. There was a ruckus.
There was a ruckus across.
It was a ruckus across the road, and Delton stopped, and don't mind these glasses. They go very dark when you go outside in the sun, so I couldn't really see. But Delton stopped, and he was looking around, and I said to Delton, "You better mind your business. Let's go." And I said, "No. We're trying to unlearn that gap. Like we're trying to unlearn that behavior.
We're responsible for our neighbors."
Now, I don't believe the ruckus was a ruckus like that.
No,
but I think that moment, even though it was a little kiki, it was essentially what I guess is happening as a result of maybe the unfortunate proliferation of these videos and these scenes on social media. It is kind of awakening people, like resensitizing people to, pay attention to evidence of violence.
I have seen so many,
maybe changing the culture,
like attacks over in my life, right, of male and female fighting with
What
a
do you
couple.
mean?
I've seen a lot.
What?
I can remember, I like one sticks out of my mind, and like at the time, like I had no phone. This is I was driving. I didn't have a cell phone, and I was just behind the car blowing my horn. It's like, why am I blowing my horn?
What do you mean?
So I was on Wendy's drive-through, and this man was just hitting this woman in his car in front of me, and then like she started hitting him back. It's like a fight that's breaking out, and like of course you're on the drive-through, you can't go nowhere. I can't like pull around, I can't run, and then my mind is like, bro, don't come with this car. Like for me, I'm like, please, y'all don't come with the car. I also get up this line from behind you. And as for me, like, I ain't getting on this car to come to try help nothing.
Keep this beating in the car. This is what you were saying.
So keep it confined here.
Oh no!
Because it comes out, then it's gonna block the line
and
up.
She hit him back,
and then she started hitting him back. And when she started hitting him back, like he stopped, and after a while he hit it again, and like this went on for like 5 minutes on the drive-through line. And there's hard blows back to back.
And this is publicly.
And so as they pulled out, they still fight, and they stopped like on the side of the road. Like when they came out,
they did not pull up to keep fighting.
And they pull up on the side to keep fighting. And like I remember the car still on the line, get my food, and she like come on the car, run this side, hit her, and then he came on, he hit her, and she got back in the truck, and the truck pulled off again. And someone was like, call the police, and someone was like, bro, don't get that. And that's really what the behavior mentality is. Behavior mentality is
don't get
using
in that.
stuff like that. Don't get in that. Because,
oh my goodness,
which is sad to say that in a lot of instances, that's the way of life for them, and these females continue to go back to this, and these abusive relationships apparently become
I'm
normal.
throw out a controversial observation of what you just described, because you said females go back to that. That dysfunction is two-way.
Yeah,
she's not she's a victim, absolutely, but so is he.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to diminish that.
Ain't no gender-based against man. We don't consider gender-based violence. We don't. That discussion.
That dysfunction run deeper than
a
woman who's kind of feels like she doesn't have any choices. No, she has choices. Yeah. She slapped him right back, or she hit him right back.
But the male side of it, that's downplayed. That you hear stories of police station stories that have men go up and they get abused and people laugh and send them. Like, go on,
I mean, I made that comment.
That part is happening all the time.
I made a comment about this idea of. I said it on. Was it Barbershop Talk? I think it was Barbershop Talk. This idea that gender-based violence is usually associated with women being abused, especially women and children. The vulnerable in society, women and children. And these abusers tend to be men, right? But then when, like that man who ran that woman over, with having no certainty that she wasn't still holding a baby, is not right in his mind.
Yeah.
There's no ifs, ands, or doubts about it. There's no ifs,
at no point
ands,
did he know
that
baby was gone.
No point did he know that baby was gone. And then the end result, he ran the car into another car, the car flipped over. That level of rage and dysfunction is not normal.
No.
He is a victim of something.
Yeah.
And I said this on Barbershop Talk. Most of the abusers of this generation, of this age, or that we see, or that we are outraged by, are men. But we can also agree that abusers tend to be victims of abuse.
Now, there was a case just yesterday where a woman was charged for throwing boiling water on her spouse, a significant other, her boyfriend. What they say in the news? Baby woman charged. She just charged for that just yesterday. But I mean, but you don't.
Well, Jesus, what is
I didn't
this?
get burning over 70% of his body, 17%, something like that.
This is
like
mad.
Major burns, yeah. And so that does happen.
The rate of but my point is, men, men or boys being abused has to be high.
No, it has
to be high if the majority of the abusers are men or are male.
I think for a lot of times, like a woman hits you. For me, a woman hit me, I don't be like, oh, she abused me. Just be like, Tweety, stop.
If a woman hits you.
It's like, Tweety, please, stop.
My point is, I guess it's, abuse is in different forms. It's physical, it's psychological, and sometimes it's just what you've witnessed. It's just what you've seen your whole life. But yeah, I think the alarming increase in the stories is on like a wheel now. And I guess it's to recalibrate the culture
Yeah.
of abuse and our attitude towards it.
She saw a man and woman throw big rocks at each other and then drive off together like nothing happened.
At the dock.
I was so perplexed. So
Oh,
throwing big rocks, big fight.
Okay, in a case like that, okay, New Bahamas now. New Bahamas, post 2021, post pandemic, everyone's slightly more aware of, mental health and the need to maintain balance and, the rise of cases of domestic abuse and physical abuse against children, that kind of thing. So all of us are slightly more conscious now. Everyone's less inclined, hopefully, one of the outcomes of this season that we're in, because I do believe this is not going to be forever.
No.
It can't be. It shouldn't be. Is that everyone's going to be a bit more aware, take a bit more responsibility for their neighbor, as you should.
You should, yeah.
Right? However, if I saw my neighbor's boyfriend slap her up, I'm calling the police. If I saw my neighbor's boyfriend slap her up and she slap him back, I'm not calling the police.
So if both parties involved, you leave it.
Just like if I see a fight in the street, I see a man beating on another man, pounding him to the ground. This other man's not fighting back. He's bleeding. He's busted. I'm calling the police. If I see two grown men going at it, blow for blow, I'm walking away. I'm going to keep driving.
It's different.
Because, like in that situation, there's no victim. Like, who are you calling the police? Who are the police coming to save? Do you understand? I mean, I'm probably wrong for that, and I probably wouldn't do that. But I feel like that's the natural reaction. Like when you see that there's no victim.
Yeah, no one's
dominating. Yeah. No one's dominating. Like sis hitting back as hard. She take a beat, the same size of rock he throw. she throw back at him. Oh, then this
nothing to do with me. I can remember an incident. There's an incident of a neighbor of mine one time, and domestic situation, and the lady. No, I think the guy went and got a bat. He got a bat on his car, and the lady had like a tire or something like that.
A tire.
And like they're about to hit, but I mean,
in that case, I would call the police.
And then the sister's brother came out to try to defend the sister. And that's when a knife came out. The guy got a knife. And
Delton, you saw this with your 2 eyes?
And the sister went like...
How are you so normal, babe?
The sister went to lay on top of the brother so the other guy like wouldn't like stab or beat her brother. And so me and Dwayne was there as well too. So we went out to like...
To what?
To like, hey, like no killing around here. Like, one, this isn't going too far. And then the mother of the two came out the house and she was like, hey, trying to like stop it, but she didn't get too close. Like I was like, I can stand by this door and I can shout to y'all. Like, y'all come back inside. So me and Dwayne, we want to be heroes. No, at that time I already called the police though. But the police was just taking a little while. So we went on there to be like, hey, like, Dwayne going on there to be the calm one. Like, hey, guy, calm down. Like, this is necessary, la. And the guy, like, pointed like the bad thing towards Dwayne. It's like, bro.
Like, this back could get you too.
It's like, bro. And he said, don't get in this. I was like, all right. Me and him both turn around. Me and him both turn around.
I think you got to do a bit more than that, because you're not going to go up to someone who's enraged and you tell them calm down. They go like, aye. From you pick up the bat, you've already gone past the point of being talked off a ledge. You got to do a bit more.
All right, then, guy, we get out. So we went back inside the house. Oh, I didn't. I just tripped out. Yeah, turn the camera off on your computer. After like they sort of like calmed down, he came back around to the house, picked her up, and they left in the car. Like probably about an hour between the incident and him coming back. So the police, by the time the police did get there, he was then gone. Of course, no. By that time, no, and there was nothing. What did I do? You did it on camera, off.
I know.
Oh boy. Still can't see Vera. But look, she's a little.
I do it anyway. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
that's fine. We could carry on.
So
just
by
like
the time the police left and police came back, by the time they come back,
everything was calm.
It was calm. And a couple minutes later, he came back. He picked her up.
They going for lunch, eh?
Then it was this nighttime.
They going for dinner.
And they went for a little drive. and came back like nothing ever happened.
Jeez,
so in cases like that, you can intervene only to an extent, because then I ain't trying to, he turned back towards us. Now keep in mind, I mean, we probably could take him. I got two of us together.
The two of you together. Eh?
Yeah, we can take him. We can, but it's like, sir, I don't know what you have. You might have a gun in the guy. You might have something else. I understand. You don't need for that. You don't need.
Someone tell the people at BTC, I don't want no internet. I don't want a new phone. I don't want them to give me a deal so I could spend more money a month. No, they've been calling me all week.
Did he call you?
Every time they call me, I said, I've already had a conversation with one of your people. Please put on your record that you've had this conversation with me. Damn, I mean to call no business out, but this, come on now, this Saturday. This is a day of rest. They said, can you guys still see me? So it's not just me who's getting the calls. All right, then.
Oh, yeah, we still see you.
Okay, that's good.
Blurry,
I can't see me in
yeah, you still little.
I still there.
Anyways, why call people name out? Don't call any name out like that.
No, come on, man. Come on. This is like the 9th time, babe. Like all week.
Wow. Oh, yeah, no, I have nothing to know.
And I'm always very polite. I'm not one of those people who's take these kind of cold calls rudely. I'm always very nice.
Try to entertain them the conversation.
Come on now. Angelica says we are all a victim of something. However, we must overcome and act accordingly or face the consequences. We can't blanket our wrongdoings by being a victim. Go ahead, Angelica, preach.
So you said a pastor I know did tell us that the rage was going to be having its way in these streets.
Oh my goodness!
And this is truth.
There's
some prayers and stuff that actually we don't want to go to bash. Like you wish like God. All right, I had a word, but let's catch that though.
We can.
Man, what's happening with you?
I'm trying to fix it because it's blurry.
It is blurry. I think that's the internet though. I think that's you.
Why on just my laptop?
No, it's on mine too.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, why aren't you blurry? Because you and me on the same internet.
It's very much so.
I mean, anyway, we digress.
Let's try it.
Shani say she ain't got it. You all just upgrade her for free, please.
Yeah.
Because if you're not offering me free things, you'll go.
There's another company that's doing the same thing that they call us, and it's like, we're upgrading your internet. We have these brand new modems because your modem is out of date. We have brand new modems,
shiny,
that's coming in, and our internet speed is going to be faster than ever. It's going to be faster than what you have now, and it's just going to cost you $40 something extra. But, huh? Like, no, we okay with the internet we have now.
Yeah, we're right.
We didn't necessarily ask you for more internet. We didn't ask you for an upgrade.
This must be that time of year. Must be.
It's like, it's okay. We didn't ask for an upgrade.
Yeah, no,
it's like, no, man. Thanks. Y'all need this. No, we don't. Like, anyway. Trust me when I say we don't. But anyway, guys, back to our topic at hand. These domestic, although they keep on saying call the police, things happen so fast, and there's the time gonna take for police to get there. I've gotten news reviews. Someone broke into my car last week early Sunday morning.
Can you imagine?
Broke into my vehicle.
And how long were they there breaking into your vehicle for?
That guy was there for between my yard and the neighbor yard, he was there for about 2.5 hours. From like but 3 o'clock until. That
wasn't like a quick impulsive.
Oh no! He took his time. Meticulously went through. Like I said, the police like, and you found glass in your car? I know, sir. He didn't break my glass. He took my glass. Like he took
your glass. How?
If you look at my car, where I have tape now.
Right.
Like he literally took the whole glass and the frame out. He didn't break my glass. No, he took my glass. He broke the glass on the other vehicle.
He needed that glass.
He needed the glass.
He tell somebody.
I told this has to be. He's a professional thief. First of all, he has to work at a body shop somewhere. Because he's working with his tool in one hand, then he had a towel, like as he's wiping down stuff as he left. So he opened the door, wipe the door down, move some stuff here, using the towel to move stuff around. And it's because all is caught on CCTV. By the way, it's hard, of course, now with the whole COVID.
And you didn't release the CCTV footage on
Facebook? I think they do too, but because you can see his face properly.
Have you seen this man?
Because you can see his face properly, I didn't bother posting it.
There used to be a show. There used to be a show in the UK called Crime Watch.
But you posted CCTV stuff?
CCTV. Have you seen this man? Oh, it was so exciting. That was one of the best shows.
Did you ever see anybody?
No, never knew them. But you always told me, I think I know him until they say, and this is in Scotland. Oh, no, we don't know him.
So anyway, I was here to say that it happened. I didn't see it. Like he left because the tenant upstairs was leaving to go to work. because within like 30 some seconds of him walking around the building, the tenant came down to go to his car. And that's when the tenant saw that his car was broken into and like stuff happened. So I said the story to say that I called the police that morning and the guy was like, okay, which area is this? I told him the area. He's like, what's your name? Give him my name. Okay, so what's your date of birth? Why do you want my date of birth?
I want to know where the story's ending.
I gave my date of birth. He's like, all right then. So you could carry the car down to the station. It's like he took the battery out the car. All right, so call you got a friend you could call. He said, call a friend. I see the friend. See if a friend can carry you down by the station. So you made the report. Because I mean, he's like, because I can try. This is the police officer. Like,
I mean, you have to make the report. He's following the
like,
protocol.
It was like, I can take your report now, but when you go to the station, you have to report it again. So he's like, it doesn't make sense. You tell the police what night. So what I can do is I can call the station, let them know look out for you. I was like, okay, thank you.
What did you want him to do? Come onto the scene of the crime?
I thought normally
dust for fingerprints.
I thought not. I thought normally that's what happened. You would call them. They would send the investigation team at the scene. They would do the dust for fingerprints at the scene.
You say that's what would happen normally. Normally where?
Normally here. That's what happened here. So, like you would call the police, but apparently now they don't send cars like that to car break-ins. They don't send police cars. You have to carry your car, so contaminate the scene. Contaminate the scene. That's
the national radio. Wash them fingerprints away.
Of your car right here. You
gotta drive very slow through the puddles. Don't let none of that dirty water
keep in mind, it's been a wet couple of days. So I would have to drive from where I live to the Grove Police Station. Try not to touch the wheel because I can see from the CCTV.
Delton, I say this with all due respect. Even if they came and dust the car for fingerprints,
anything happened?
I mean, it had just made you feel more seen and heard, right?
Angelica says, Delton, they put your name and did it in that blue book, and that's it. Case closed. That's it. But I was saying that in reference to the crime thing. Like when you call the police for these incidents, like how long is it going to take for the police to say?
Y'all, I get all these comments. Marisha say, same thing happened when they broke into her car and she had to go to the police station 6 years ago. So all this, they usually come. I don't know who you're talking about. Because Davian say they just dust for fingerprints.
I'll go back to when I remember something for Dental. They broke into Dental car one time and they came to the station.
When was this?
I say this is a little while back.
The 90s?
No, this is 2000s. And they came.
Dust for fingerprints.
Because they leave your car. Your car be black. Your car be black with fingerprints. So I think it's
that's hilarious.
I told someone like this yesterday, like when I actually went to the station. This is Sunday morning. I only saw this because I came out to go to church.
Sunday morning.
That's not you go the first time when I said it. But you didn't know. So sorry, I only saw it because I was going to church. And so when I came out, I saw the glass. No, I opened the door. I was like, Julie, you leave your back door open. She's like, I did. Just like, yeah. And I looked down like, oh, sorry. No, you didn't. There's glass on the ground. I was like, someone broke into the car. And so I look up. I saw the hood open. Man. I saw my hood open. And so when I called him to make the report, and he's like, I drive to the station. I was like, it's like I can't drive. I was like, yeah, I called a friend. So I called for the ride. I got a ride. I went to church.
I mean,
that's like
honestly,
for me to talk about going to the station.
If I have to make a choice between going to the police station to dust for fingerprints and going to the house of the Lord on Sunday on an early Sunday morning, I'm going to church.
After church, I decided because when I went back and realized that they didn't steal my battery as well. He disconnected the carrier, but I don't think he ever got it out. So he had the cover on top of it, so luckily the battery was missing. So when I went back, I realized the battery wasn't missing. So just the other car I took the battery out of. So I connected my battery, drove it to the station after church. Of course, church came out like after 2 o'clock. As it does. So when I got there, he was like, so what time to go? When I got to the station, I was like, he came out, first of all, still chewing the chicken. He came out the station, still chewing the chicken. And he's like, so when I was like,
Delton, you're about to unlock a can of because I have deep taste.
So I was like, I came to report
let me stop.
Three vehicles were broken into my yard last night. He's like, all right. So he's like, I haven't seen that room in the corner. That guy coming out. So I had to wait for him to finish.
How long did you wait?
Well, Julie's in the car. She's waiting with David. And otherwise, she came inside. She's like, I was just sitting around myself. I was like, yeah, he coming out. So when she opened the door, I guess that alerted him to look out again. And he looked out. And she was like, no, I with him. He's like, oh, okay. And that's when he came in the room after. So yeah, he probably forgot I was there. It's like, so he came in and he did the report.
Listen, I have respect for people who endure the training and make a decision to serve their country by way of the police or defense force. But I have had no good encounters.
With the police are?
If it's not a police officer I know personally.
Oh, yeah. If somebody you know, then you're good. But the good
hasn't come. I mean,
and
I'm watching you eating. I'm watching you kiki with your friend.
Oh, kiki.
I just want to give 2 sentences. I want to tell you what happened.
And I started telling the story. So I was waiting for to say like, all right, where's the card now? Can we check for fingerprints? Like after he told me to read the report, read my statement back to make sure everything was lined up. I was like, yeah, I see, it's good. I was like, I have some CCTV footage. He's like, yeah. He's like, all right, you can burn down the CD and bring that back for us. I was like, burn it on a CD.
I cannot. I'm unable. Stop it. I can't.
I was like,
Can
CD?
you burn it on a
He's
CD?
like, yeah, put it on a
This
CD.
is a good time to pull up Angelica's comment. 2001.
I was like, a CD?
2001.
Like, yeah, man. He's like, if
you could burn that on a CD.
If you could burn that on the CD for me and bring it in.
Delton, honestly, in all of this, your expectations too high.
Emails? Like, what? Like, I gave you back, like, another officer came in while I was in there, and he sat down, and he called his friend to put his numbers in. I was like, this is not happening at this moment.
What did he put his numbers in?
He put his numbers in for the lottery. It was all this for me.
Sorry, what? No.
I was like, what is happening here on this Sunday? Anyway, so I put that in. I had to say, when you call police on these domestic matters, it's back to our original topic.
Police have to have their hair cut a certain way, but they could play numbers in front of a person who's reporting.
They didn't play it. He just called and just confirm that it was this number for Chicago.
Anyway.
And I was like, well, all right. I hope you win, ref. But that's the same.
You're a better person than me, innit?
But no, let me say this, though, because the police are our friends. Because contrary...
Police are friends, not food.
Contrary to my belief, because I was like, when I left that station...
You thought that was the end?
Anyway,
as you should.
At least I made the report. I put the report in,
right?
Because to me, like, I would think, like, you know what, this should be like something that they should move on fast, because I know that there are CCTV cameras from the government on my corner,
right,
on my lamp-pole.
And this guy's a professional. You probably could lock down a good view.
You look at a view, and when I walk in, when I told him where I was, he's like, "Oh yeah, it's playing Brigands in that area last night." It's like, okay, so this is a trend. So I'm assuming that y'all check these cameras that are around here. I was hoping that would be said. But I thought, like, you know what, that's a loss. That's a dud. Like, I just wasted about 45 minutes of my life doing a half paper of a report. But shock to me, Monday evening, I got a call from the station. It was like, we told that you got
Monday evening? Mm-hmm. That's less than 24 hours.
24 hours. They were like,
oh my goodness.
Were told that you had some CCTV footage of a brigand. We're still waiting on it.
Do you have your CD?
They want to know if I got the floppy disk with the information on it. They want to know if I had that floppy.
Not the floppy disk.
If I had that floppy disk.
That was the most unreliable piece of any technology ever be.
Like,
that floppy disk could destroy your whole life.
You have that floppy, you get a floppy, you put the image on the floppy disk first.
I think like, that the worst tears I ever cried over schoolwork was a floppy disk.
Oh boy, it was not.
Oh, that floppy disk crushed my soul. Like, thinking about it is bringing those emotions back. That scarred me. But I put on the flash drive. I was like, let's see what we can do with this. I put on the flash drive and I went back to the station. I found one that I wasn't using. Very snazzy.
And I carried it back, and the lady was like, "Oh, she's like, this for investigations." I'm like, yeah. She's like, "Oh, they in here though." I was like, "So do I take it?" She's like, let me see if you have an envelope. So she got an envelope at the office. It was an envelope.
I mean, DGMT is dying over this floppy disk. It was
an envelope with that came into an officer, so it had the officer name on it and the address on it. And she like scratched it over the bed. She was like, "Just put it in this and write your name on the next side." I was like,
yeah, man, conserve paper and things.
I was like,
"You want a brand new envelope for your flash drive?" One thing about your bougie.
Not going to make it.
Bougie.
But I she put this envelope down somewhere. It's not going to be. Anyway. So have
you heard anything since you dropped off?
Not a word.
The floppy disk?
Not a word. Not like we have seen this.
Nary a word.
And I took my time and I downloaded the good angles so you can see like the best angles where you can try to see his face. I showed the direction.
That gonna be good lunchtime watching for them though.
Yeah, they can watch that. That's a long time to watch. But anyway, so I said to say that's a long digression.
How did we even get here?
To talk about the fact that these persons that have these domestic disputes and you call the police, how like effective are the police in those instances? Because, like Julianne said, like unless we probably call them and say that there's a shooting happening now,
right?
Like because of the level of crime that's happening, it's like a car breaking.
Like
you all right,
officer? There's a woman throwing rocks at her husband or her boyfriend. He's also throwing rocks back. Alright, cool.
All right.
Yeah, I get
like,
you.
did any of them hit you? Are you bleeding?
Are you
bleeding?
Are you unsafe?
Is anybody there bleeding?
What you calling us for?
It's like, okay. So my suggestion is to put your car in the opposite direction and stay away from the rocks. That's the best thing to happen. So I think that's probably why more and more. And I heard they say that they're gonna put more in place to protect. But I'm like, what do you do to protect females, protect persons in these incidents?
I think it's about having safe places for them to go, creating spaces for them to feel like they can report their situations and then not have to go back to where they just came from.
And the government and that kind of legislation, though, I mean,
is leans
what would
to
the
like
government do?
The welfare state,
yeah,
and having,
the government taking care of everybody.
Yeah, because that's essentially what it is. Because the idea is that you don't want women to have to return, or people that are victims of gender-based violence to have to return back to violent situations. So whether that's shelters for women or people who are victims of gender-based violence, yeah. And I guess that's what people expect. I think it's always about money, isn't it? Put money into this.
Someone asked me before, like would I hit a woman?
Delton, who asked you that?
So that's for like would I hit a woman? And I thought a relationship, like, would you hit your significant other as a male, like, would you hit a woman? And my answer was yes. You're like, how could you? It's like,
first of all, how you asked me that question?
I was like, if a female, like I said this before the show, looks at me in my size and determines in her mind, I could take him on. Like, she obviously knows something I don't know. So I can't take this for granted.
Delton, that also might mean that she's not in her right mind and should not be accosted or aggravated in any way.
But I'm not aggravated. No, it's just a woman that attacks me. If a woman attacks me,
you're gonna knock her out. There has to be a blow to knock her out, though.
I've hit her once. I can't hit her once.
Because if you're hitting her because she is
she's
attacking you, so she must know something you don't know, i.e., that she has a gun, that she has some way of overpowering you. Then that hit can't just be a hit for hitting's sake. It has to be a knockout hit. Because you are genuinely fearing for your life. Is this what you're arguing?
But then if that happens and that's caught on camera, I'm gone forever.
No, but then Delton, your story is I feared for my life.
Story, because people you never. They say in sports before that you never see the first person. When you see fights happen in sports, like the first person, the first person who got hit, who threw the punch, you never see him. You just see the person retaliate. So all you can see is me retaliating, and look at him, gender-based violence again now, attacking the female. And look how fat he is. He don't just be that woman like that. and then now I want a registry now for beating women. That's like, but she attacked me first.
I mean, we grew up with like men should never hit a woman.
Never.
Boys, you don't hit girls. Girls were never told not to hit boys, and I think we should. Never. I think we should be told. You don't hit a man.
What?
Don't slap nobody. Don't hit him. You leave that alone. Why not? Nobody hits anybody. Why not try that?
What's the fun of that?
People are writing paragraphs, Delton. We can't
all right,
let this go. Because we actually do have a main topic for the day.
Yeah. Although time for us to go.
Power hour. Jody say investigations. A Jamaican journalist got stabbed. I saw, what was his name? Somebody posted it on my on their WhatsApp status. A Jamaican journalist got stabbed multiple times by it was his girlfriend. Jody, I did not see that part. It's a pandemic.
Yep.
Or it's the result of a pandemic. It's the result of people being locked up for extended period of time in relationships and now coming back to socialization and losing their social skills. Some of us really walking around in our right mind and think it's on us. It is only the goodness of God.
The keeping power of God.
We had an extensive staff meeting talking about the effects of the pandemic on teenagers and how we are not even scratching the surface of the kind of psychological impacts that the pandemic has had on teenagers and how schools, teachers, educators, people that work with children need to brace themselves for the long-term psychological effects.
Yeah.
And people, those of us that have been living in the secret place of the Most High, abiding under the shadow of the Almighty, it's very, very easy for us to take that for granted.
Oh, yeah.
Take that for granted that some people coming out of this and they are not in their right mind. Angelica says, I think the problem is that we are hell-bent on over categorizing crime. Women do not stand a chance of experiencing less experience of being victims of crime. When all other crimes are on a high, it all matters and it's interlinked. Solve the crime issue, then you will alleviate the gender-based violence issue. Interesting. Interesting. But I think you're making a fair point here, Angelica, about the categories of crime, because for a long time, gender-based violence, as it is known now, wasn't considered crime. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
But then when you say solve the crime issue, how do you solve a crime issue? Because crime is like, it's thieving.
Yeah.
It's stabbing. It's murdering. It's embezzling. It's lying under oath. It's a lot. Like, how do you solve crime? Like, crime, criminal activity, deviance is the result of human nature. How do you solve a crime problem in a country, in a nation?
Someone once said,
if not to bring all of...
Jesus is the answer.
I was going to say...
For the world today.
Without him. Because I have a friend who loves to quote... When we were in school, she used to quote this all the time, and I used to laugh at her. But listen as I grow older. The heart of man.
Oh.
Desperately wicked. Like, Angelica, I'm with you, But like, how do you solve a crime problem? Because to solve a crime problem, you have to solve a people problem. Now, people will argue that to solve a crime problem, you need to solve poverty issues. Mm-hmm. That, a lot of crime, deviancy is attached to living in circumstances where you don't have enough of what you need and you don't have access to employment. And, they link those things to education. And I absolutely agree that those fixes in those areas will definitely result in the reduction of crime. But when I think of like the things that cause deviant behavior, governments can't solve that.
No.
Schemes can't solve that.
That's why I think a lot of the response you're hearing from the Minister of National Security, even from the prior administration, is talking about parents and your child. That a lot of this problem that we're having is because of the home. And so we depend on the governments to fix it. We depend on the police to fix it. We depend on teachers to fix it.
Right.
A lot of the teachers too. Teachers get a lot of responsibility, but it really relies on the parents.
I mean, I sat in the staff meeting I just explained to you, and I was burning to say, so we're going to do all this, and what are their parents going to do?
Yeah. So
I wanted to say that, but then I understood that. No, that's what we're here for.
Yeah. We, as a teacher, that's something that you just expected to cover. I can remember, for me, I had teachers at Bailey, I school at Bailey, that were so attached to students. Like, there was one particular student I can remember, a classmate of mine, and I had a teacher actually follow her home one day to see where she lived. Because she was like, she's so smart, but there's something missing. Like, what is missing? And she became such a part of her life. And that these stories you don't hear about for teachers, but teachers take on these parental roles and go after these children like wholeheartedly, when it should be like, where's the parent? And the parent is home. A lot of times we have the story that the parents ain't home. For a lot of the parents are home.
But then we know that
they absent.
I was going to say being home doesn't mean being present.
they home, but they ain't really there.
Angelica's come back to qualify what she said, and I just want to slip it in here. The way they ignore car break-ins but expect criminals to have respect for genders is mind-boggling. We have a respect issue.
No.
I know. No, that. And Angelica, I agree. The categorizing means that we have some things that are worth our attention, some things that worth. Yeah, there's levels of deviancy. And that's probably this idea that people start with petty crime and get away with it for long enough, and then they graduate to being, because you always say a liar is a thief. And a thief is a murderer. I learned that in the Bahamas.
Oh, do you know that?
No, I never had that before.
It's the Bible. It's the Bible. What you mean I read it before? That's in the scripture. That's scripture.
That's scripture.
Scripture said. What you expect to be? You never read it before. Like, come on, man. What y'all doing in the UK? What y'all teaching your students in the UK? Never heard it before. So I mean, once in a while, let's say our hearts goes out. I heart goes to both sides of the situation, for the victim and the perpetrator. For both of them in this instances.
What's the final story with the woman? Is she okay?
She's still in critical condition. I don't think she's out. She's in being I don't think it's being lowered yet.
And you know what also hit me or struck me about this particular situation? How everybody's so interlinked. The amount of people I came into contact with that said, oh, she's my family, she's my friend, she's a cousin, she's my brother's this, that. I was just like, the ripple effects of these events, of these kind of domestic disputes, gender-based violence, even getting the good window of your car neatly cut out by a professional thief.
Yeah.
The ripple effects of these things. I leave that there.
Yeah, no, but I guess, and let's go back to the whole criminality thing, because for looking for my window, like you call places and they'd be like, yeah, man, we have that. Like, why y'all have this? Like, why do y'all have this window for my car? Like this particular window, you have this.
Because they have it for true?
Yeah. Like you hear more and more of these places now that having these sale on car parts for these particular cars. Like, why do you think y'all have these? Like, do you think you go like all these cars you just happen to find?
They don't know. They don't need to know where their suppliers get it from.
And so that's like,
it's not my job to know where my supplier gets supplied.
Like, why do you randomly when I told the person that,
Lord God, you might be buying your own window, right?
And I thought the same thing. I was like, if this window come tinted and it's the same match of my car, me like. I called one of our mechanics to talk about the battery, to figure out where I could get it from cheaper on that Sunday morning, and they was like, "Man, if you want one, I could get one for you for like $60." Like, what you mean you could get a battery for $60? Like, what?
He said, "If you want, if you want that caveat."
It was like, only thing is like you don't know how long it can last because it'll probably be a used battery. It's like, sir.
You said one of your mechanics, Delton. Unmechanic that mechanic, please.
Unmechanic
that mechanic.
Why am I buying a used battery from somebody for a car? Why do you know where I can get this used battery from?
I didn't even have any words.
I was like, no, I
cars that get written off. That might be one too.
So.
Cars that get written off.
I guess so. It's like, yeah, man, if you buy a new one, it costs. It's like, but he's like, but if you want to use one, a used battery. Criminals. Criminality.
Fun fact, I came across a very nifty device. Ladies, all of us need one. The jumper cables that are plugged. You probably have it already. You techie. It's like, so I thought my battery had died one day this week, and it was mind-blowing because I got my battery in August, so it shouldn't be dead.
No.
And I called a good friend of mine to bring jumper cables because they've jumped me in the past. Sis came out of a car, one little machine, just yay big, with the little cables.
Clip it on.
Clip them on. I said, hold on, wait a minute. What you doing with my battery? She's like, yeah, this is the jump. I said, you have jumped my battery? That's it? I need one of them.
Yeah, no. That's a lot of little machines now.
You have one?
No, I don't have one.
Slapping up.
I do not have cables.
Slamming up.
Live life on the edge. No, I saw something that I want to get. They have like jacks for your car that you can plug into a cigarette lighter.
What do you mean jacks for your car?
Hydraulic jacks, rather than you going on car.
Right.
You can plug it into the thing and it will lift the car up for you.
Nah, I quite like the whole cranking.
I can't stand the cranking car. I don't trust some small jacks. And you know how big a car is. He's not a smaller jack.
Nah, they know what they're doing.
I don't trust it. I prefer a hydraulic
I like a jack.
So I definitely plan to buy a hydraulic jack.
Because we had that whole conversation about changing the tire. Would you allow a man to change the tire if you could change the tire? But we're not going to go down that road. What we are going to do is go to our topic for today. We're going to make this quick. Delton was on the Trapsy internet. The Trapsy people's internet. And he found this. Now, I'd like the record to reflect. I'd seen this before multiple times, and I didn't think to bring it to DGMT. But Delton thought,
why not though?
I don't know, but it's definitely DGMT
anyway,
because you're like this kind of stuff. So tell your friend to tell her friend to tell his friend to come on the live. Come on the live. I hope the however many of you that already tuned in, y'all stay close because it's about to be interesting.
We finished with the Prophet Demi.
With the Prophet Demi?
Last week. We finished with Demi, yeah. Anyway, so I saw this online.
Let it go.
This is our closing topic for the day. This picture online, like, I don't know how true was that someone posted this. Like, if this was this guy.
It's been going around though.
Yeah, I don't know if this is this guy that's female for true, because if it was, it's very funny. But anyway, the caption reads this. I'm sure y'all seen this online for those persons who are always online. For those on the radio, it is a beautiful, beautiful
Nubian queen.
Nubian queen.
I can feel
and
it.
her
That's what you
king.
wanted to say.
I was going Ethiopian princess, but I didn't know if it's from Ethiopia. That's really what's going.
She doesn't have Ethiopia going. Like, she
No?
doesn't give Ethiopia.
Beautiful African king and queen.
What? She's giving black.
Black. I don't say black. Black's not black.
What do you mean?
Not black.
Anyway.
It is a Negro man and woman. And they are posting their picture, a beautiful picture on the outside, nicely dressed in this. I don't know this blue tie. I don't know the blue tie effect. But anyway, I got your pants in this. In my tie, so bear down the line. Anyway, the caption reads, this is a couple, post their picture. And it says, she ain't the prettiest, but she's loyal. That's the caption that the supposed alleged male
I didn't even know.
would make on the picture.
Right.
And it says, she ain't the prettiest, but she's loyal. Vera, how do you feel with this? You and Ntumfume, you finally are tied in knot.
I mean,
you go to a friend's wedding. The picture is taken, and Ntumfume posts, my queen, my Ghanaian queen. She ain't the prettiest, but she loved Jesus. she down for me. She got my back. Anything we put after she ain't the prettiest, it didn't matter after that. Like, he could have put anything. She ain't the prettiest, but boy, she could sing. She ain't the prettiest, but she makes some amazing jollof rice.
Oh my goodness. I think it goes without saying. Angelica said divorce. Angelica say one word, divorce. I mean, there's no way around this. And I don't know if you can say Egypt on the radio, on Christian radio. Can you say Egypt on the Christian radio? I just said it twice. Like, it's just stupid. It's just stupid. And I feel like in an ideal world, right? In an ideal world, I want to have a beautifully open and transparent relationship with my significant other. Yeah. Like, I want you to be able to tell me exactly how you feel, what you think about me. If you're like, you have a heavy tongue when you get tired, I like that. I want you to be able to tell me. I want you to be able to tell me, I think that lady over there is pretty. That dress she wearing nice. Like, I want that. That's what I want. Mm-hmm. That's what I want.
You want him? You see one of the nice guys.
But I feel like this. You can keep this. No, because the reality is he might genuinely think that. And my thing is, he wrong for thinking this? No. But it's okay not to post all the foolishness in your mind out there on social media. So I feel like this goes without saying. He's a fool.
Yeah.
Would it be a deal breaker for me in a relationship where, because the fact that I'm allowing you to take pictures of me to post on the internet is already a blessing and a privilege. You understand? There are many men that have gone before you that haven't had this honor.
The post a picture.
How very dare you receive this honor and then put this kind of caption? I think this might be a deal breaker.
It's a deal breaker. I ain't see no men talking.
I don't say if it's a deal breaker.
Where the men, David gone. David,
and Christoph was here early on.
I see how I hear from the band. Like, this is so
men's
scary.
them. I think the question here, I don't think there's any dispute as to whether he's right or wrong. He's wrong for this. I think the question is this a deal breaker? Like,
so I see y'all coming
because it's superficial. It's a superficial comment about her appearance. And he's making it clear what he values in a person.
Yeah.
Some of us are looking for a man that's going to provide stability. Some men are looking for a woman that's going to be a good homemaker. Everybody's different. Everyone's looking for different things. Yeah. Clearly, this man, and I'm not. Now, the reason I'm not attacking this individual man is because I'm not convinced he actually posted this. Yeah. I don't believe anything that the internet tells me. Like, I literally believe nothing I see especially when it comes to like memes and stuff. Especially when they be like, they'll put a quote and then put Denzel Washington underneath. Denzel Washington did not say that. You know what I mean? My thing is, Telsey say she might have posted this herself. That's a good point. No, but if she posted this herself, she trying to trap him. She should have said, I ain't the prettiest. She said, yeah, she trying to get her man in trouble. My thing is, it's okay for him to view this woman that he has chosen as above how you look. You're not my type, but loyalty is important to me.
Yeah.
And because of that loyalty, I'm choosing you.
I know men like that.
And I love you because of that loyalty.
And I don't think that's loyalty.
I don't think that's wrong. I don't think that's wrong. I just think you're a fool, a real fool, to articulate that.
With a nice little blue heart afterwards. To match the skinny.
I don't think he's wrong for thinking that.
Skinny ties we should put.
Because we don't live in a perfect world. I don't think he's wrong for thinking that. I just think he's wrong.
All right, so let's take it further. Let's take the same example that we have here.
Can we get the comments before you take it further?
Sorry.
Don't get the comments that are cussing him out because he don't deserve that.
I have to say is Risa, like he looks so good, and she cuter than him.
him bright.
So he ain't no Denzel Washington, but he pays the bills.
Angelica, that's low. Because that would be the female equivalent, wouldn't it? I like it.
However, for men, I'd be like,
that's okay.
I guess.
Do you know what? Question: would men be equally as outraged by a woman who doesn't,
who knocks
their physical appearance?
Nah.
Are you sure?
I mean, I don't think so.
I need men's them. We need to hear from you. If you're near a man, if you know a man, message them because we need to hear from them. I think women would be offended. I think I can speak quite confidently for women in general. We would be offended if a man that we're with in a committed relationship openly expresses that they don't find us attractive. Think that, but don't say it. I wonder if men care as much.
Nah, I don't think so.
Because there's one girl.
I think a lot of time, first of all, we are the first person to let you know. Ain't like that.
What do you mean?
It's very rare that you find a guy be like, "Ooh, I very, very cute. I look
Delton
very, very good."
In this millennial age.
Okay, all right.
This Gen Z age.
I exclude that.
This filter age. Nah, I think you'd be shocked. I think you'd be shocked by how many men would be offended by a woman who openly expresses that she doesn't find him attractive.
Oh, thanks. All right. So not speaking for them on that behalf. Let's go my age and older. I think for a lot of us, we have accepted our flaws. And we know our flaws. So we know what I bring to the table. I know I'm not the table. However, I have some nice cutlery.
Delton, I think you're taking a certain level of self-confidence for granted that people don't have.
Okay.
This almost implying men always know what they're bringing to the table. I actually really don't think they do.
Well, that's true.
They're confident, no, I'm bringing to this relationship X, Y, Z, LMNOP. Therefore, if she says I'm not good looking, I'm cool with that. I think that's very wrong. I think men would be equally as offended, if not more so.
Could be.
Because I feel like the level of judgment women get for their appearance isn't the same as the level of societally.
Yeah.
Societally. And so 9 times out of 10, a woman knows where she sits on the scale. Society scale.
Yeah.
She knows that she personally believes she's a 10, but society might say she's a 6. She knows that. I think men have that same level of awareness,
Don't know where we sit on the scale? I know. I think I need some more men on
this Delton is that lone voice, and he's never the best voice.
I am the horrible voice.
He's never the best voice.
I saw no one number I said that.
You said you wanted to take it a step further. Go ahead.
No, so my thing would have been if you act if in a closed setting, you and your significant other talking and you're like, am I the first person you know? And he says no, right away without thought. Is that a problem?
You's asking women who's asked them questions, you setting yourself up.
Or I say if you ask that, the woman didn't ask that, but you ask that and the woman
if I asked the man that question and he told me no, I can't. It will hurt, but I can't be mad. That will hurt, but I can't be mad.
Okay.
I can't be mad. Because I asked you the question.
But let's say it's not, you didn't ask you didn't ask him the question. Someone else asked the question. It's like, is your wife the prettiest person who's the prettiest person you know, or is your wife the prettiest person you know? And he doesn't put down his wife.
Who is that fool trying to get in our married person? No. Who is that upstart? Who is that? What's the word? Rioter who is trying to cause trouble in my house?
Who's bringing strife?
Who's trying to bring strife in my house? And he tells them no.
Yeah.
Women, you'll answer, not me. And you know what? I know this sounds like a really superficial this is a superficial topic, but I'm going to expose some quite personal business. A very, very, very good friend of mine is currently in a situation where she is my age. And I think she is societally a 10, 9, 10. She's very, very attractive. She doesn't necessarily have problems attracting guys, right? And she's in the position where in as much as she's attracted several guys over time, character-wise, she's just never found somebody who she could live life with, especially by way of walking with Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Yeah, knowing that she's going to have a prophet, priest, king in her house.
Yeah.
She hasn't necessarily found that one. So most of the guys, some are very, very wealthy, very, very well established, but don't necessarily have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ.
Got it.
So that one had to go. This one, they're like best friends. They talk all like banter, a kiki, all the fun in the world. He doesn't have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. And so she's now in a position where she has met a guy who his character is 100 out of 100. Kind, generous, thoughtful, everything she wants in the character of a man. He's planning ahead for their lives, even though at this point they're not even committed to one another that kind of way.
Fast forward.
However, she doesn't get any goosebumps or butterflies from this one. None. No flutters.
Nothing.
Sometimes she can squint, turn her head to the side, and he's attracted to her. He's not unattractive, but he doesn't give her, the excitement of...
Ring the bell. No,
right. So for me, and then I'm speaking to her and I'm trying to kind of advise her and talk her through, because, it's very conflicting to be in them those kinds of situations. That's why when I look at this, I don't look at it as immediately like, this is so stupid, because I feel like, no, but this is very real, especially for those of us who didn't marry our first love.
Yeah.
Solomon said you should marry the woman of your youth. We don't pass that stage. Like, you know what I mean? And as you get older, the pickings get slimmer.
Yeah.
On Girl Talk, Marisha said they're not even slim anymore. They're almost invisible. Real talk, the pickings...
Opaque?
The pickings, them see-through aspar, they're not there. So the likelihood of situations where women are getting with men they don't necessarily find attractive, and men are getting with women they don't necessarily find attractive, are higher the older you get.
Well, I would say don't find attractive. I think I'll probably use what Jody used a little while ago and say it's not preference.
Not preference. Okay, that's very good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that they're not attractive.
No. Remember, no, attractive to me now.
Yeah, but remember, that's saying like they're not.
I'm not my preference. Okay, you're not my preference. Okay, let's say that.
So I mean, because preference would bring a level of, use the term, butterflies.
Right.
Someone that this kind of gal I would like as a guy type.
Right.
Will bring a level of butterflies.
Right.
So for a friend, I'd say friend, them butterflies can come and go. I ain't like it.
No. Now, friend is aware of all of this.
Yeah, friend.
Honestly, right now, friend, we just in the stage.
Now,
I can pray for you.
If there is nothing, zero zilch, if not even all the other factors don't bring butterflies, then that's a problem. Because those other and I could be wrong, but I think for females, physical appearance, butterflies is smaller, little minute compared to other butterflies. Like if you can stimulate me differently, mentally and stuff like that, rather than me looking physically. Now, if he can do all the things and talking the right talk and that still does nothing, then I think that's a problem.
Let me take the story a little bit further, because I think this is really another just a great example to use. They have, she'll come back and she'll tell me we had a really deep conversation, because essentially they're at the point where they're trying to. He's done everything right. Mm-hmm. He's done everything right. Over an extended period of time, and she hasn't been able to give him any commitment. Let me take the picture off, because get this picture doing something. Let me take this picture down. Can't say yes, reach through. All right, okay. Take the picture down. He's done everything right, like just ticking lots of boxes, like a level of commitment, a level of thoughtfulness over an extended period of time of having no certainty as well. It's just, really working in his favor. And so they've had to have these really difficult conversations of late about, like, where's this going? And he's at the point of frustration. He's a very kind, very generous, very thoughtful guy, but he's gone to the point of frustration, and she understands his frustration, and she's just, feels quite helpless in that she can't necessarily give him what he wants, which is commitment, which is a sure whatever answer. And I have said, have you explained that what is holding you back is this lack of butterflies? And she said, no, but we talked about everything else. I was like, well, isn't that the big thing? And what that big thing that they can't talk about because it's very sensitive is really the crux of the matter. It's really the existing problem. And it's really what was on the screen. It's you're this, you're generous, you're kind, you're thoughtful, you're smart, you're helpful.
But you ain't this.
But you ain't giving me butterflies. That's the elephant in the room that hasn't been discussed. And I was like, and I wanted to be like, sis, you just gotta nail that one to the cross. You gotta just whip it out. But then she was like, there's absolutely no way she could say that. Absolutely no way she could have that conversation. And I'm like, when we get to this stage where we have to accept that we're not compromising, we're not settling.
No.
But we're accepting that some of our preferences, some of our negotiables are now at the point of negotiating.
Yeah.
The things that we should be willing to compromise, it's now time to compromise them. Should we be able to have those conversations with our potential significant others? Like, let's talk real. Let's get this elephant out of the room. Because actually what's going to happen is I'll make a decision and we'll make this official. We'll get married. But at the end of the day, you're still not my preference. You're still not my preference. And one day my preference is going to walk in the room. I should probably let you know before time. So you and me could walk through maybe whatever challenging situation. Because I feel like that level of transparency would save so much grief down the line. But it's the kind of transparency we can't have.
This is why I'll always celebrate, not because he's my brother, but Pastor Denton. I call him Pastor Denton for this instance, not my personal friend.
Right.
We go way back. Pastor Denton.
He's at least been your pastor for 11 years. Though.
For at least 11 years. I'll go with that. I always tell couples, like, if you want, before you get married, this is before you get so busy, you need to go talk to him. Because there are some practical things that I have never heard any other pastor talk about in a relationship that he would give you in premarital counseling.
Right.
To this day, Julie still wants to go back to premarital counseling. Ma'am, you sort of messed up. We sort of married now. You got let that go.
You can just go to marital counseling.
Yeah, no, because she wants to go back. Let's go talk to him. It's like, ma'am, we see him every. We want to talk.
No, that's the point.
Yeah. Anyway, I say that he's Julie, one of the things that you have to talk about in your mind in one of our sessions, and not to give away too much, but you have to acknowledge your preferences. What are your preferences? And you do this in front of the person. Like, this is not a hidden thing.
Right.
I need to let you know. It's like, I'll use one for Juliet. Juliet is too tall. I don't like people that tall. You shouldn't put on heels and be the same height as me, or slightly taller. Preference, don't like it. So this is the color I like. This is the size I like. This is what I like. This is what I like. Don't deny it. Don't be like, no, man. I always like the woman. Don't deny it. Don't try to hide it. This is what you like. This is not the man that, and now you must know. Another person now knows this is what the person likes. What does it do? It takes some of the pressure off when that preference actually comes around. And you now trying to be like, did I make the right decision? But you realize that preference has nothing to do with purpose. And so if that preference has nothing to do with purpose,
I can send her this after.
We're going to have to now, Junior says he has 80%. I'd remember the 20%. You have to weigh these things in the balance, like in terms of my future, the rest of my life, what's my purpose for my life.
Right.
That's
really big, actually.
Physical preference. You look at anything long enough, it's going to change.
I told her that.
Laura say you hang around garbage long enough, it can start to smell
good.
It can start to smell good. So, that's not a good thing. But however, in certain instances, it's not like where this person's atrocious. You just haven't gotten to that point yet where you've seen it yet. It could be a good thing. Where a friend, this could be literally God shutting your eyes to that now. Like, you don't need to see this yet.
Yeah.
get to know this person's face. Don't worry about that whole physical, that whole butterfly.
Right.
No flies. Nothing. No butter, no flies.
And
nothing.
honestly, I think in the earlier stages, because it's been going for a long time, I said that. I was like, this is a good thing, because all the things that have made you butterflies in the past brought you right back to this point where they didn't work out.
Yeah.
You're presented with a different scenario because what you know and what you like ain't working for you.
That's not been working now.
My thing is, and I think having that balance, realizing that preference, for whatever it is, and purpose, you need to kind of distinguish between the two and have that very candid conversation.
Yeah.
Are we grown enough to have that conversation? Now, this man is a whole fool for putting on social media, because y'all already don't know how to balance and manage your emotions. Y'all don't have the good sense to keep certain things off the internet. However, having the thought, I don't think is a crime. I think having the conversation is necessary. I think I need to know if I should know that I'm not your type. If me and you're going to tie this knot for life, I need to know I'm not your type. It's a lot
of things that we base. I know some I won't call them shallow men for this conversation. I wouldn't call them that. But some men that they base certain things for a relationship. That's like, sir, trust me. The percentage of the rest of your life in that right there, it's very, very small. I know men who we talked about this before. This whole idea of having sex before marriage, I didn't know what I'm going into. It's like, sir, the first time you're going to have sex compared to every other part of your life, you can fix that. The sexual part that you worry about, you don't buy a car, don't test drive it. Yeah, you do.
And also, if you're comparing buying a wife to driving a car, then you probably aren't ready to have a wife.
Ready for a wife.
Like if you're, that comparison is just, you probably aren't ready for marriage.
No, because if you believe a one test drive for a car to tell you how to drive the rest of your life, it's not looking good for you, sir.
Yeah.
Just like a car, you can put work in it. I don't care how good that ride the first time. You can go to put it down the road.
Oil that.
That bad boy can break down.
You're going to need to service that.
At some point in your life, that can break down. And you realize, I want this car no more. So that test drive don't have nothing to do with it. So anyway, but there's some things that we that we have the magnifying glass to take it off. That's why I say for friend. But in case of homeboy and this whole message he put online, don't do that, bro.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Don't do that.
I'd probably put the thing at the bottom of the screen about
this disclaimer,
because I've said a few things that should be disclaimed.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed on this show are not those of the management staff or sponsors.
Let me go through all these comments because y'all was doing too much kiki in the comments. I'm going to go all the way back. Junior said the truth might get you in trouble, but we should be ready to have those truthful conversations. Putting the truth on the internet is always going to get you in trouble because it's actually none of their business. But we should be ready.
Sorry, run a picture of me.
We should be ready to have those conversations. United front of the wife is always the prettiest. I agree. You can't build a house on butterflies, Junior. And you know what it is. I think let me not sell my bestie short. I think it's the issue of not being able to move on your knowledge. Like this is the sensible choice, but you can't make the commit. Like it's the fear of making a commitment. Because on the other side, you have Jack, who always gives you the banter, the butterflies, the good times.
All you do is look at Tyler Perry movie. They showed you. Them said who give you the butterflies, they beat you. Every Tyler Perry movie.
Oh, the one is give you butterflies. You highly recommended. Julie saying everybody, married or not, get premarital counseling. Wow, that's hard. I would be nervous to tell them what I like.
Get out of the way, Angelica.
Yeah.
Let them know.
Michelle said, that's good, Delton. Preference has nothing to do with purpose.
Yeah.
The issue is the post on social media. He, if it was really him, could have celebrated her loyalty without saying she's not the prettiest. Absolutely. Yes. Thank you, Jody, for typing it. Because I didn't want to, I would have ripped him a new one with that comment. Ladies, I feel like seeing as we're on that vibe, you're in this situation. You actually gave him post picture of you privileges and he did this dumbness. Deal breaker or nah? Is he going to get a strong telling off or is he going to get the deuces? Place your votes now. Place your votes now. He getting a strong telling off or he's getting a
bye.
He's getting a bye, Felicia. Because it's the disrespect, isn't it?
Yeah.
One thing we can't deal with is disrespect.
Dude, don't disrespect me.
hot grits with honey. That post is a problem.
Jesus Christ,
Deal
hot
breaker.
grits with honey.
Junior say at least he posted. Oh my God. Oh, Junior.
I remember when Steph.
How are you gonna do a bit of both, Jody?
When Steph Curry, Steph Curry?
Yeah, come on.
I know. You know, it's white.
I know it's right.
Remember when she had that issue of that she was upset that people weren't looking at her like the way they look at him.
Yeah,
like she felt like she was the ugly one.
Right.
And since then, it's all been downhill for her. Because she be posting all a little body there now. Because before, and she was the poster girl for modesty, and all this talk came out of how she wasn't pretty and la la ray ray. Next thing you know, body out.
What?
It's like how do you get that? And that's you know.
But you know what? I guess and you know, I think lots of lessons are being learned here, because to be able to have those preference conversations, to be able to have those candid conversations with the person you plan to be a significant who you plan to be your significant other, you also need to be confident enough in yourself to be able to have those conversations. Hey, we have been joined. You all get ready for the marital counseling. I'm excited.
Oh no, you are. I should have said that. You should let them sit down. You should let them sit down. And then we
no, come back. We're not gonna do that. You've been listening to the show? What did we do to him? Because there was once upon a time. No, there was one time you would be with us though. Like you would stick with us to the end. You would call us every show. Yeah. There was one time. It's one time, but any day things change. Seasons change. I guess that was the end of season 1A when he stopped calling. He stopped calling. Yeah. We still kind of in that ballpark. Let's get the last of these coffee. So Jody is explaining how the two could happen at the same time. Some can't post. Junior, you need to log off. I know who told you. Come on, you need to log off. You posted brothers today. What led you to post that?
You can't post.
No, man, you could keep that post. You could cuss and cut. Oh, so Jody's saying I'm gonna tell him about himself and then I'm gonna bounce. Got you. Gazzy say, Junior say, Junior, LOL, yeah, because they're private, huh?
Yeah,
private couple.
Yeah.
He's the closer. The people waiting on it. Times and seasons, Vera. Times and seasons. It just be that way. When all of the boxes are checked, sometimes the looks of a significant other can grow on you. I know of a few married women that weren't initially attracted to their now husbands, and now they're heads over heels for hubby.
Yeah, man. I think the God of this world blinded their eyes. The God of the spiritual world blinded their eyes to the beauty. Because you right now, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that beauty thing.
Plenty lessons learned on DGMT this morning. Wonderful.
That is go fast.
Yeah.
You couple children, one little horrible
all is vanity.
Accident.
All is vanity.
All is vanity.
All is vanity. DGMTers, thank you for rocking with us today. If you want butterflies, they have a shot for that.
Yeah, if you want to feel the butterflies,
I blame myself. I told the bands them to come on the lab. I blame myself.
Add a booster if you want. Add a booster.
Oh, bad. But yeah. Thank you guys for rocking with us today.
It's been fun. It's been real.
It's been fun.
We've been long.
We've been in long. 1 hour and 47 minutes, boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have an office meeting as is the way when Pastor Denzel comes in the house.
No, I see it look pretty good. I was supposed to say,
and I know my pastor don't eat no bad apple.
That we want while he is here, you turn the camera to him and start talking with him. While he's here, we want to.
This is the bad camera.
Sorry. We want to
we want to
shout out to our pastor on the highway conference that happened.
No way.
All right. No. On the highway conference that happened Wednesday, Thursday, and last night, it was an amazing 3 nights. Barbershop talk on what was that? Wednesday was game changing and helped a lot of persons. So once again, we encourage all of our men and women go back and listen to it. It was an amazing show. Talking to the men of our nation. Pastor Mario Moxie was there. Pastor Denzel was there.
Assistant Pastor Carlo.
Assistant Pastor Carlo Curlew Ramsey. The old man in the shop, Uncle Ben, was there.
Uncle that was a hot show. That was a
So
hot
listen,
barbershop
you're
talk.
gonna enjoy it.
I was there from the beginning to the end. I want the record to reflect. I stayed the whole time. The whole time. No. I was locked in.
Wow.
And Wednesday night, I still don't have time to slap up.
Right.
I was there the whole time.
Yeah. I was glad. I don't want nobody to feel like they feel like, okay, let me stay on. We wanted, my whole idea was having an event that folks wanted to watch online.
Yes.
That when they had the options of what to watch. And
like it was engaging. Okay.
Yeah. So I felt really good about
it. Was
that.
very engaging.
That it was
very,
really
very engaging.
Yeah.
And then on Thursday night,
and
the
just
ladies
so
one.
creative. Like the
No,
creativity.
everybody who signed on, like when the first thing they said was, "What? This look good. This look good.
This look good.
This look good for this."
Even from and shout outs to Church Boy Productions who did an off the chain job. Like even
or he bearing somebody.
I think he bearing somebody. I think he probably have us in the peripherals of his something. He can come back.
I know you had a friend one.
I think it was also the graphics, like the waiting. Like I had no problem with the event starting a little late. Because that little graphic in the front, that was nice. Ladies, I ain't like Wonder Woman Speak was ready to start a couple minutes before we started. I say, no, leave that on a little.
I say, if this thing start one more time, I can turn this off.
I said, leave that on a little longer. That look good.
That was a really good thing.
Yeah, so that was awesome.
Go watch Thursday night to everybody too as well. The ladies' night was amazing.
Awesome,
Wonder Woman Speak,
awesome.
hosted by our very own DGMT.
Apparently,
the host of DGMT
I heard that. I said the host is okay. All right, go on then. Get sidekick.
Vore hosted the show.
Yeah.
My alter ego, my hosting persona.
Yeah, and to hear that since I talk her story was so amazing. That
my
story of Stevie, stuff like that. That was amazing.
The entire thing was amazing to me, and it's this I can get in trouble, but because I heard. Bishop Helen, and you know the power and the authority and the gravitas of a Helen McPhee. So and she did as we expected.
Mm-hmm.
Van Rie's story, I knew some, but didn't know as much, and so it was mind blowing. But I'll tell you, the one that had the greatest impact on me, honestly, Mag really got me. I was glad how she did it because I was like at the verge of hollering and crying at the same time, It was that mixture because as she walked
and she wouldn't let you cry though.
Right.
Every time you get to the point.
Like, I wanted to cry and then she don't let me.
Yeah.
She talked about how her and Steve was praying, believing.
That's what they prayed for.
She said that's the one child I prayed for.
The son of promise. Son you prayed for.
My God.
That thing got me.
And then she said, God, why me? And he said, why not you?
Yeah. And I think those Vera, I mean, but this is, I say this in no sort of, not saying this in jest, but those of us that are parents and nobody looking in that crib and just like with a little fear, like I hope that's normal.
Yeah.
Hold on, why I ain't cry for a little while? Why,
right.
So you those of us who have looked over a crib and don't know what to expect. Or what they expect and see what you expect.
Yeah.
Oh man. So she had me. I was up with her that first night. I was in that room that first night.
Watching his head go up and down.
Watching his head go up and down. I was right up in there like, oh God Almighty. So I know.
So go back and watch that. So if you go back and watch that, it was amazing.
And that was not, it was targeted at women, but the testimonies would have blessed anyone.
Oh, they for people.
For people.
People. Yeah. People need the Lord.
All right, okay, that's what you gave with that one.
We can do that too.
People need the Lord.
Oh, Glory 93, thank you so very much.
And
Glory
then
90.9.
last night, the room was filled with
teenagers.
I mean,
and children.
Full of children and teenagers.
And
couple of them said hat. They brought the hat. I saw that. That's what Matt told them.
Yeah, I did sneak up on that. You know what gets me about Marisha's approach to youth ministry? It's strange to me. It may not be strange to you, Vera. It's strange to me, and I think Delton as well. We come from a youth ministry background where there's a lot of kiki in. Some Bible drills,
that's hard hitting,
and some discussions based on this stuff, and that's about it. This Holy Ghost youth meeting, I ain't grew up in that climate.
That's church.
I ain't grew up in this Holy Ghost focused youth meeting, and when we started doing it at Life, I was like,
I find it interesting that we have a teen ministry and a teen pastor that have taken up the mandate that were given to them by their senior pastor, and their senior pastor's shop that the mandate is being carried out.
I'd be like, who tell
Because
you do this?
I vividly remember, as unreliable as my memory is, I vividly remember my pastor telling our teen leader
with claps
and our children's ministry leader,
watering down the steak with
give them cheering. Holy Ghost, don't water this down. Hold on. Don't water this down. I think I'm actually quoting him directly.
I get there, be like, man, come on, it's too much, man. Come on, just play with me, crack on joke.
I saw that and I was like, this person working for them, because that's for me. I'd be like, Jesus, what's up?
But then I'm in one or two of their groups, and I'm hearing the testimonies from the teens.
Because Holy Ghost works.
Holy Ghost is work, boy.
Holy Ghost is work. Word works. Holy Ghost works.
Parents coming to me saying, I'm talking to you, Pastor. I say, oh boy, it's scared. Listen, my child has changed. My child is brand new.
Because Bible truth don't change you.
Listen to me. Draw swords. That don't change you. It's build your word. It's build your scripture bank.
Yeah, the scripture bank. Yeah.
It builds your scripture
that's
bank.
why you could call on Dwayne in the middle of life.
Oh yeah.
Psalm 119, verse 105.
Verse 105. Yeah.
Or verse 9.
Or verse 9,
Wherewithal.
Yeah. or just straight up blessed are the undivided. Verse 1. 89 forever, oh Lord, thy word is settled in heaven. So you learn them kind of stuff and all that kind of, but man, to see the power of God.
You still go fornicate in the bus afterwards.
You call it out?
What happened?
He said afterwards you still go fornicate in the bus. In the church bus.
Okay.
We were outside. I was outside. Huh? No, me, I was safe. I was safe. Hallelujah.
I just get dropped off. I just get I got the bus. They pick me up.
Me and some of the brethren was outside church, and it's one of the most. Sometimes you really don't come outside church because this conversation with the brethren outside church would be so powerful. Because we was out there last night saying, boy, we got to watch this carefully. We laughing because I said, boy, when we come to an event like this, when we were 16, 17 at an event like this, with what? You go into the bathroom, but you stay in the bathroom long, because you tell her come out in 5 minutes. So come out. If you come out together, it could be a problem. So you come out 5 minutes later, and you go left. I go right, you go left. We meet right on the school campus, all them little rooms.
For somebody who was saved, you learned a lot about what they had to do.
No, I used to help it.
I know one time I got paid $10 to watch the bus one night.
You were just as bad.
To watch the bus.
I think you were.
You should get locked up.
I think you're worse.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
you profited.
So we was on it last night. I said, gentlemen, hey, should I go around there? Every once in a while, walk around the back there. Go right there. You gotta think like us.
Think like us.
You gotta think like us.
You are the us.
When I say us, I mean them. I don't mean me.
Right.
I said think like them,
us.
like you. Think like it's you.
I am us.
And one of them said, bro, if there's me, we're in trouble. If they is me, we are in trouble.
But yeah.
But thanks be unto God that always causes to triumph. Children came to me afterwards and said they felt the fire of God.
Wow.
They felt it. They had that encounter that God, they actually felt that presence. My nephew came to me. He said, Uncle, it's real, boy. I said, oh, come on here. Come on here. He said, Uncle, it's real, but I feel it. The only thing was he didn't feel it strong enough.
Evil burn.
Daddy said he felt it.
Amen. It was heavy.
It wasn't strong.
It wasn't strong and heavy. He didn't feel it strong and heavy.
And I kept your God under his head. You must get sit in your life. He said he felt it was strong.
He felt it, but it
wasn't strong. He wanted it strong.
I told my mouth just not to laugh.
He wanted it strong.
He won't get knocked down. He didn't.
Honestly,
he hit the ground.
Your little boy started to scare me. Like he going deep very early.
Yeah.
The other day he say something to me and I get shooketh. So I can't even take that lightly. But then he say something about children. It was something very grown up. And I was like, oh, Danny, it's a lot of pressure, but not me, bro.
So the answer, the prophet said there's more to be had.
There's more to be had.
Like the fact that he knew that they were stronger is scary to me.
Exactly.
The fact that you have what's your reference point?
There was no doubt. He said he felt it. He didn't say like I think I felt it or I ain't sure I felt it. He said,
I felt that.
I felt it, but he said it was strong.
Stronger next time, please, Lord.
You want a strong touch.
Yeah.
You know what got yesterday I was in the gym and the word was so full, so that's why I didn't. There was no need for me to add anything to the word. But I guess I'll share it another time. There was this brother in the gym yesterday. He's high 50s, probably early 60s. They just call him Muscle Man. Guy looks like a house. Still now. He used to powerlift and bodybuild and do karate back in the day. Don't know his name. And he just talking. He sings. He likes to sing as a very off melodious voice. But you know that voice is melodious, but it's just off. Like he just flat bad and sound bad. So he made the gym warriors, and you had that like a spreading outside the gym, you know. But I said to him, I say, bro, that's a kingdom voice you have, man. You're supposed to be preaching. And he didn't answer. I said it again. Dude comes to me. He says, big man, you know I was preaching when I was 11? So I was preaching from when I was 11. And up until I was about 21, 22. And what happened was my ability to see was so strong, I told God to take it away from me.
You lie.
Hold on now. I said this, me and Pastor getting to the gym, Pastor was getting ready to leave. I am mesmerized now. Dude says, I was seeing people and telling them what they wore yesterday and the conversation they had and this and that. And he's usually clowning the gym, so he says something, laugh. And I kind of laugh, but it kind of got me. I said, God, what happened if I see somebody breaking the bank and I tell them and then they shoot me? He said, I want,
and you're young. Gift. That's young.
Right. So he told God to take it away, say God, and then he backslid. And then continuing to talk to this brother, the brother said that after everybody else cleared out the gym, I was ready to go, but I intentionally stayed because guys started clearing out. My arms so tired. You still trying to work out? I tried to work out because I won't get him to myself.
Right.
I got into myself. This dude was at the point of tears. He says, I know he's a pastor. I don't know you, but I could tell he's coming to the gym. He's a pastor. And this he said, deep calls unto deep. He says, he says, I know too much about God to commit suicide, but I'm tired of my life. My life has no purpose, has no death. He said, Rev, you know this, wake up in the morning, don't feel nothing, don't feel no drive, don't feel nothing, don't feel no sense of existence. And as I'm talking to this dude, I'm looking at this. I mean, if you all see him, you all probably saw him before, like he's just like a house, how he's built. And he's sharing his pain, right? And as I taught him, I realized that there was no one there when he was a child to nurture the gift.
Oh, yeah. Jesus.
That there was no one there when he was young to nurture the gift. One of the things the Lord was saying to me, sitting in the room last night, he says, son, these children are experiencing me. They are seeing things. They are getting revelation. They are having dreams.
Real.
They are getting prophetic words. But he says nobody's nurturing it. Nobody is telling them, that's me. So here's this guy walking in this heavy gift.
Wow. Yeah.
And it's not being fathered, not being mentored, probably going to meetings and going to youth group and having chips and doing stuff and having Christmas plays and things of that nature. But the gift is not being nurtured. Mm-hmm. And he says to me, for the last 30-something years of my life, I've just been living without purpose. So I'm believing because I'm in church tomorrow. So we talked with him yesterday. He's going to be in church tomorrow. But I'm saying this to youth leaders. It's hitting me so, I guess it's very hypocritical. Guys, I don't remember them shouting all night. And Holy Ghost, right? And I want to say now, we need our youth leaders to give them 100 proof. To stop diluting this Holy Ghost. Really, but how many of them are out there?
Yeah.
How many of them are out there? And of course, the lion and the bear comes for the lamb. And I'm sure the greater the assignment on the lamb, the bigger the lion and the bear.
Yeah.
So God forbid, we had a story of a young man who ran the car with a young lady that he had a prophetic encounter when he was a child. Who says that he didn't? Jesus. What would we say if we find that out? That the person that raped that 12-year-old girl, if we found out that they were in a youth meeting somewhere and they were having visions and dreams and they had a prophetic gift. And I strongly believe a lot of these quote-unquote criminals, when you get down, but I'm not strongly going to see it. Going to the prison, talking to them. Yeah. You hear their stories.
A lot of start out strong in church.
They'll tell you what, but they started off and they're real encounters with God. But we don't hold on and we don't, anyway. Sorry. I'm not going to show.
No.
You started another show. What you did?
You started another show now.
This is what you did. You started another show.
Give the children. Not even give the children Jesus. They have him.
But we need the eyes. We can't see. We have so many folks in leadership and youth leadership and church leadership that blind. That don't have eyes to see. So don't even recognize it. Pastor Hayes talking about when he had his encounter as a child. And the adults around him told him stop playing with God. He said it was so real to him. He used to cry. He used to be around the adults. He said he was about 8. And he said he knew it was God. He said he could remember that story was yesterday. He was 8, 7 and 8, experiencing the full power of God. And the adults chased him while the kids playing outside. He would be in the room with the mothers in the prayer meeting, and they chased him away. Said, you want to be around grown folk. You're trying to play around. And he wanted to get that anointing that they had. He ended up, through most of his junior high school and high school life, all of it, smoking weed, doing all kinds of stuff like that. But that gift was not embraced. And the devil says, okay, y'all don't recognize it, but I do. I'll take it then. Since y'all don't want it, I'll take it. And I believe those stories are all around us, but we're missing what's on people's lives.
Well, for the pastor that is listening, or the youth that's listening, what approach? I know what we do at Life. We have that whole separate night.
Yeah.
A lot of persons have moved away from that separate night now, and they're trying to cram a youth meeting or a youth day. Some of them do it, like I said, like for our church, we had a youth day.
Yeah.
For just one experience. Or you have persons now that are trying to, before the pastor preach on a Sunday morning, grab all the young people up, send them up to another room, one quick little 30 minutes, 40 minutes. What is the approach for this giving them the 100 proof? Is it the additional service? Is it that or do it be intentional but that strong?
I never considered it, but you got me thinking now. I never considered it like that. Vera, full with the Holy Ghost, woman of God, love prayer, love everything about God. But Vera attends the Monday, the Wednesday, and the Friday prayer as though it's a lifeline. Hold on, man. Vera, full with the Holy Ghost, all is God. And Vera sees those encounters in prayer as her lifeline. We give our children half an hour, Jesus, a week. They're trying to develop. We've been in this thing a long time, and we don't. For us at Life Center, we don't go to Monday, Wednesday out of obligation. No, we go for refreshing. We go because we need it. So if our spirit man needs that level of refreshing, and we giving our children who are getting 100% porn, 100% violence,
these games and stuff like that,
100% LGBTQ, they're getting the full 100% around the clock of all of this negative, anti-social, anti-God, anti-Christ, anti-church, anti-system. They getting fed that around the clock, and we give them an hour of a video with David and Goliath, or some other little trinket, and then we give them Chips Ahoy and Kool-Aid, and we call them that youth ministry. And no wonder why we're getting the results we're getting. So there needs to be the emergence of true youth ministry. We have like youth meetings. We have youth meetings. We have children's church, some of us. Do we have youth ministry? Are we really pouring into these young person's life? Are we really endeavoring to, y'all know there's one here, right?
I was that's why.
Okay, that's traffic. All right. That's fine. Don't worry about it. No, I have time to go. Oh, I got to go to an appointment. I don't know if we are awakened yet. There's been awakened in sectors. I don't know. We're still awakened at what the enemy's agenda is. I started to look at that lion and the lamb thing again, the bear and the lion, and I realized, Denzel, that was not a word for that time. That's a word that you got to keep on preaching. That you have to incorporate that and just keep on declaring that we have to be awakened to the enemy's agenda concerning the little ones. I mean, look what did Pharaoh do? Kill the babies. What did Herod do? Kill the babies. And kill the male seed. And that is what we see constantly perpetuating itself. But we're giving them something. I mean, so let me to your question. There needs to be more touches. Without question, it got to be more Holy Ghost touches with our young people. Number 2, it got to be Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
How can they hear? How can they believe unless they hear? How can they hear without a preacher? How can he preach though unless he's being sent? Okay, if you can have children's church, that means you can apply that same principle now to drive adults, not the children's church. How can that person be leading children's church if they've not been sent? The day of appointing people who are good with children, no, we need more than that. I need you to be more than just be good with children. Yeah. Because I've seen youth leaders who are good with children and produce the people out in the bus and out in the yard and doing, who know Bible, know scripture, but don't know God. and end up doing very well in JA and well in the Governor General's Youth Award and Duke of Edinburgh Award. That's it, right?
I don't know this
I don't know all the different programs that they had. We had in St. Andrews to Edinburgh. Oh, that's what it is now. Okay, yeah. So all these different programs that they in Key Club and all this stuff, and they're doing well in those. But I mean, I had a parent came to me one time and said to me, man, Pastor, I want you to consider this church that I like, man, because for youth meeting days, we doing their BGCSE and doing their mentorship in class. I said, there's an app for that. It's not called church.
Yeah, it's after school programs.
Yeah, they have after school programs for that. Tutors for that. I said our church will not do that, and if that's what you want for your son or your daughter, take them there, please, because we are not going to do that here. Everybody else doing all that, and we must join them in doing that. And the one thing we do, and we want to abandon it, and we don't even see it as a plan of the devil. It's a plan of the devil to make the church some social safety net, some education program. We do all these things and don't see the plot of the devil.
Babysitters Club, yeah.
So yeah,
Babysitters Club.
Babysitters Club. All these different things they want the church to become, and we think it's cool. We see it as being 21st century ministry, and don't realize it's distraction of the devil to get us off assignment because we feel that giving them spiritual food ain't enough. Like if we only doing spiritual stuff, we ain't doing enough. Now, ain't that some foolishness? Anyway, deception.
Wow.
Decept. Oh, that's the one.
Evil is playing.
Yeah.
DGMT is Pastor Denzel's gonna wish you. He's gonna close the show for us tonight. No. All heads bowed, eyes closed. Oh, it's been good. I mean, we had all kinds of good food today. This was heavy in so many ways. And can I also say the numbers went up?
Oh yeah, of course.
When the closer arrived, the people them hungry. The people hungry. Today we have witnessed two factors that significantly impact the viewership of DGMT. Delton's Facebook page and Pastor Denzel's presence. Apparently, I play no part, and that's okay.
He's strong.
I'm confident in myself, guys. I'm secure. I'm secure in who I am.
You got a view on your page?
One view.
No, when I came on, I read that page first, and I was like, okay, that's your
this
page.
Isn't it?
No, but it was 5.
This ain't where the party.
It was about 4 or 5 though.
It's okay.
No, it was before 4 or 5.
It's okay.
Shaquinda. I was they didn't want the friends, but show themselves friendly.
First.
Show themselves friendly.
I need you to confirm. Are you saying I am not friendly?
No, I'm just quoting the scripture. They must first show themselves friendly.
Elder Andy Smith is wishing us a good evening. I hope you're not just joining us, Elder Andy Smith, because we're about to shut shop. But okay, good evening to you too. Michelle says awesome. Shaquinda Divinity, good afternoon. She says amazing show, and indeed it was. Thank you all for being here, for being our co-hosts. Yep. Delton, yes, I mind this little upper view, you know. I mind that. Right, I don't know if that works well for just you and I.
No, it's quite awkward.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's a whole lot from just sitting there.
Yeah, unless we have you, me, and the thing.
Now Christoph reached.
Christoph, you did not just reach.
Anyway,
he was streaming. Christoph, your name done come up like 97 times. We talk about Church Boy Productions and the conference this week and how awesome it was. We talk about the man STEM and what they're looking for in the women's STEM, and we was looking for you to tell us your thoughts. Anyway, nevertheless,
Tasha saying Vera, he rapping the woman them good.
Thank you, Tasha. I appreciate that.
You know the full gamut this week. You some research show on Thursday.
Yeah, I work hard this week.
You work hard.
I work hard this
Monday
week.
Sure yeah, Wednesday.
And he was talking about the women and the man STEM on Thursday as well.
On Tuesday.
It's always a hot topic. Yeah. Julie, honestly, you should rewatch Girl Talk.
We talked about death on Thursday.
Yeah.
Death.
Oh, death.
I didn't.
Quite death grief.
I think I was.
That's how the guys say, oh, death.
Oh, death. Where's the snake? Where?
Oh, death.
Hey, guys, it's been fun. It's been real. It's been fun.
It's been real fun.
It's been real fun.
Cassie say, see you next week.
All I saw was Raymond Wells. How much?
And how much?
How much? Come on, Apostle Raymond Wells.
You know what the voice costs.
Much?
You know what the voice costs.
You heard it say every show this week. How much?
Y'all watch one word?
Come on through here. Come on through here.
How much?
The people them say they love these crossover episodes, Bishop.
No, really.
We need to honestly. We need another merger.
That Friday show? That Friday
That
show
afternoon.
we had?
That Friday
That
was a beast.
all that we need to call it the all in show.
All
All in.
We should do
Everybody.
that once a month.
Laddie daddy and
We
everybody.
do it Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving especially.
Yeah.
Bishop, you gotta come up
Black
with something
Friday.
smoking for that.
Black Friday.
Black Friday.
Black Friday.
Buy one, get one free. Everybody looking for deals.
Everybody free. Buy one, get
Everybody looking for
everybody.
deals.
BOGO. Everybody.
Come
I got
for one-on-one and you get everyone. I like it.
Let's go Black
Yeah.
Friday. We do Black Friday. That's Friday
Black
coming.
Friday
Happy New
show.
Year. That's Friday
Friday
coming. You
coming.
know, right?
Black Friday reach. Oh, yeah, you are. No, but I can't.
You come dress it.
I just add that to my not Friday, Saturday. Yeah. I told you about this.
Oh, where the flyer? Where the flyer? Send the flyer.
I have the flyer too.
Send the flyer,
I have the
man.
flyer.
Send the flyer. Look. Put the flyer up. Send my phone.
Why you saying-
Bloy.
So, in case we
We
don't
were
know,
preaching.
Vera has a
the
preaching
Lord
engagement this week.
God is doing
So we want all roads lead.
All roads
All roads
lead.
lead.
No,
I don't have an address.
Send-
I've been told that it's a secret location. They will drop me the pin on their arrival.
Oh,
It's a serious thing.
you got a VIP preaching?
For real?
A VIP, yeah.
You got a
No,
VIP preaching?
you need Alma Berry. I know you get it. Y'all taking up mess in the church. you gonna need Alma Berry, boo boo.
Oh,
Everybody do it
man.
again?
Yeah,
I
man.
think, anyway,
All right then.
details to follow.
Whoa.
Oh, next Saturday, I'll tell you all about it.
No, but you preaching Saturday. How you tell us next Saturday?
Afterwards. Like when I come back.
It's a prayer breakfast.
It's an early morning one.
Who gave it to you?
Me?
Oh, no,
No, someone go with me. Some people go with me.
I know who you do.
Huh? Yeah, man, you know you go.
My team going to.
Okay. You have
No,
a
man,
team?
that's a big.
I thought I was the
So let me hear you got team. Yeah.
Yeah, we go in.
Okay.
Michelle coming with me.
Shelly coming?
Michelle, you coming with me? Michelle, you know all roads lead. Women's retreat.
All roads lead. Women's retreat. Early morning.
What's the topic?
Say, well, Jesus, what is this? So the topic is, the scripture is, God is within her. She will not fall. That's in Psalm 46. And the general topic of the retreat is retooling, refocusing, re-engaging.
So you pushing out three, you picking, or you doing one?
As I'm going to get all.
If I were to choose for a
I'm
topic.
a scoop.
If I
If I was to choose for a topic.
If I would have
I hope I plan. As it stands, I plan to scoop all, but I may not. I don't know.
Retooling, refocus, and re-engaging. Retooling, refocus.
The man Pastor already has a word.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, no.
What time's your appointment? 11 minutes from now. We can knock this out. Yes, Michelle's going to be there.
I know scripture on that team. Let's go.
Michelle, you know where it is? You have that information
I
already.
got to be a Baptist church. That's a Baptist kind of team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where Robin went
And
last
then
time.
Baptist scripture too? That scripture too? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's nail them.
Like that scripture.
They
though.
good at that.
Very nice.
Oh, you can kill that.
Yeah, Cassie say I straight. Michelle say I straight.
You can squall?
On the road again.
You squalling?
No, sir.
They get some hot tea that morning.
You know, I'm
Everything.
not a preacher.
It will be all right.
Yeah.
If they put on a click track though. Hey! Christoph say.
No, we were preaching. Preach where you were.
Say,
Oh yeah, Bishop hand on fire now. I don't know how my business just came out on the radio because I really
It's out there
wasn't
now,
planning
though.
to say anything to anybody.
So calling all armor bearers.
Oh
ready to
my
go.
goodness.
Need someone to carry a Bible, a computer.
Delton, I mean for everyone to see me in my gym pants.
Slide forward a little bit.
We go in. We headed out.
All right,
All right, we headed
turn my camera. Turn your background. So yes,
Okay. We can end how we start.
Everything, it will be all right.
You just making something up? That's a new song, SOTL.
No, it will be all right.
All is well, not everything.
Everything, man. Everything, all things, whatever it is. All right. All right. Well, it was very close than it was before. All right, there we go. All right, guys. So we've been there a little while, and it's time for us to go now. And now the end is near. Now
We face the final curtain.
The final curtain.
Love it.
All right, guys. So y'all be safe, man. Have a great.
This has been a good show,
have a
man.
great-
When
it's
we
been
when we here
actually
for 2 hours and 17 minutes, you know it's been a good
one.
show.
It's
been a good show.
Like and share the show.
Like and share it.
Subscribe to all those on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe.
Like it.
Like and
Subscribe.
share.
Leave a comment. That's how the algorithm works and gives us more likes and whatever the thing goes on the algorithms on the algo internet. And so y'all be safe, man. Have a God-filled weekend. Be sure to join us tomorrow morning at 8 or 11:15 a.m. for the Life Experience at Life Worship Center, located Minion Ethel Street in the CHE's auditorium, where our pastor is the Bishop Denzel and Minister Robin Rule. We look forward to seeing you, and these end our announcements. Please govern yourselves accordingly. All right, so y'all be safe. Have a God-filled weekend and a glory-filled weekend. Make sure you find yourself with like-minded believers in the house of God, lifting up the name of Jesus. Why? He is worthy to be praised. All right.
How are we going to lift him up at the end of the show?
All right.
I have to make a confession because someone's going to snitch on me anyway.
Oh, boy, what'd you do?
So this morning I was playing my Presence playlist on Spotify. I had Young Prophet Denny and Young Reverend Naya in the car. And a song intro started playing, and I had to turn to Reverend Naya and say, Reverend Naya, you do not tell your Uncle Delton this song is playing in my car.
Oh,
she looked at me like,
till the day.
As soon as she had till the day she breaks that language. She says, I am going to tell him. I said, let me confess before.
It was on the playlist.
It was on the playlist.
Yes.
Because that song is Take You In. I am your own. But you can't play it because
can't play it.
Because Facebook was gonna silence us.
I can play the church service one though.
No, you cannot. Julie, come get your husband, please. I'm tired. We're tired of it. Now it's time for So Long, and we'll sing just one more song. Thanks for doing your part. You sure and smart. I love it. That's a good closing. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. A blessed week, and we shall see you.
We shall
see them next week. I think so.
Yeah, we should see it. There's a procedure happening at the office, but I think it'll be done by the time.
Okay, all should be well.
Yeah, all should be well. It will be all right. So y'all be safe. Have a God-filled weekend. On me, I am Delton. That is Vera. We are gone. Make sure when I go to church tomorrow, y'all carry some tithes and offering.
TITHES, 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 a tongue tied, 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 tides, 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 tides. Oh yeah, and when you write down those tides, then you can go through the rest.
Listen to Glory 93.9 and 93.9.